Alright, can everyone hear me? Hello? Hi. Alright, hi. This is the first stream I have done in a year since Battle for Nothing's last birthday. And now we are celebrating its second birthday. So, happy birthday, Battle for Nothing. It's been 2 years working on this show. Three years since the concept was created, I'm pretty sure. Was Slash and I, we were at summer camp together. He had just gotten back into object shows. He wanted to make a comic of his own. He created the original mock-up cast. We added in Scribble, Grippy, those guys later on. I'm pretty sure the original cast was Baggy, Lighty, Saki, the gang. Who else was there? There was iPod, Pama, Pizza, and then Scribble, Grippy, and Portal were added on when we turned it into a show, and then there were a bunch of other characters that were scrapped. But anyways, that was 3 years ago, and then a year from then, I started working on the animated version of it. Animated in quotes, it's technically an animatic, but still. It's been a lot of fun, apart from those 2 months where it was canceled, 2 or 1 month. I apologize for that. Don't worry, it's coming back. As you see on screen, everyone has updated assets to some degree. And those are all their new voting icons as well. If you do notice, there is no character there that you might not recognize, besides maybe some of the debuters, but I have revealed those on my Discord. But I know in one of my recent videos I've said that we've cut Chainsaw from the debuter cast and added in a brand new character. That character is not on screen right now. I thought I should tell you in case you're trying to look. I doubt many people are, but nope, as you could see, that is the Battle for Nothing cast that you guys all know and love. Alright, well, with that introduction out of the way, I guess I should just say, for now, it's only me today. I'm going to be doing the stream solo. Last year we had Popcorn Yoshi and Slash Animates. This year it's only going to be me, unfortunately. And we're going to be doing something a bit different. Last year we did a BFN Scenarios. It was a game we used to do with just the 3 of us, but we decided to live stream it. And I thought that was a lot of fun, but when we initially... Hold on, I'm going to turn my volume down a bit. When we initially filmed that, when we live streamed that, the second Battle for Nothing season, so the ongoing one that has ended, or not the ongoing one, the one that was ongoing, that has ended since, was not done yet. The finale, I think we were on episode 16 when that came up. I actually in that stream accidentally leaked the people up for elimination in episode 17. But since then, the second season has ended. We had 24 episodes, the finale aired. So what we're going to be doing on this stream is going through those 5.5, those episodes that amount to 5.5 hours long, and I'm going to give you an inside director's commentary of the process of producing those episodes, animating them, writing them, voice acting them, just a bit behind the scenes, or possibly cut ideas that we might have worked on while working on that. In this stream, I'm not going to reveal much about the new season, BFMN Battle for More Nothing, because that's the episode 1 script actually isn't done yet. There was a draft of it that we were originally going to use before we canceled the show, but after bringing it back, I wanted to rewrite it. So that still hasn't been written yet. I wanted to get the voice actors on board first, which, speaking of voice actors, after we go through the 5.5-hour-long show, I want to go through the auditions that have been submitted in the past week and decide who the upcoming cast will be for the show. Everyone watching the stream, you still have a chance to submit your auditions. There are plenty of characters that still have not been auditioned for. Yarny has not been auditioned for. Volcano hasn't. Bus Pass kind of has. And there's still a chance, if you want to get your voice into the show, if you want to voice act, you can quickly leave the stream and go back to the video I posted about voice acting a few weeks ago, or a week ago, I guess I should say. But with that out of the way, I guess it is time to get started with the stream, with watching the show. Alright. Hold up. Wait, I've only practiced this so much, so there we go. I hope you guys can see that. Let's tone down the background music a bit more. But hold on. Let's see if I can get up the live stream. Alright, now I can see the chat, and... oh, my apologies, everyone. Now I can see the chat and the stream and the video at the same time. So, what I want to start off with before anything is... I want to actually go to the extended intro, because there are a few details in there that I have not seen anyone else point out yet in the show. So I want to go through that extended intro, and then I'm not going to do any of the other shorts, because those don't really have anything significant in them, maybe except for Torn Apart. And I guess it's Christmas time once again, signifying that Christmas exists in the Battle for Nothing universe. But let's go ahead. The extended intro. This background is awful. I've actually made a different sunset background that will be used for Battle for More Nothing. I reused this opening for the Battle for Nothing Battle for More Nothing teaser trailer that I dropped on my second channel. Also because it's 5.5 hours long. I'm not gonna stop the videos too much. Oh, and as I say that, I stopped the video. So these clips here are each from one episode. So you have 1A, 1B, and then 2, 3, 4. Did I actually do one separately for 1A and 1B? Yeah, I did. Alright. So you have each clip playing once. This came out before episode 14. After episode 14 released, while we were waiting for BFN... Well, while I was producing BFN 15. So I was trying not to use any clips from episode 15 in case I accidentally revealed anything from that episode. But I actually didn't use clips past BFN 12 in this, which is I'm very confused by, considering that episode 12 is the worst episodes, and all episodes prior to that are garbage. Also, feel free to ask any questions about what you're seeing on screen, or any questions you may have about an individual episode in the chat. I'd love to answer some questions. I have a lot of insight to the show, being the one who worked on it, and I'm very excited to talk about the creative process into making it. I have wanted to make a video like this for so long. And then we have more episodes rolling. That editing was just purely coincidental for it to zoom into his giant hand and the screen to turn black. And then there's the original BFN Megalovania intro, but with episodes 1 through 3 playing in the background. If you actually... Yeah, I'll say that fact later when we get to it. Captain Slash was Slash's old name. So there's a fun fact for you. That's why he's named Captain Slash there rather than Slash Animates. Let's go on. Perfect timing. And then we pull up everything. This is to the beat. Some clips from episodes. Let's keep going. There's Grippy, the fan favorite. Okay, this is the main part that I wanted to talk about, and J-Boy Swagger, I see your comment right there, and I will get to that in a second when I get to episode 1A. But I want to talk about this scene quickly. So, as you see here, and this was in episode... So, again, this was before episode 15 came out. Okay, so basically, that's the director, that's Basket, that's Scribble. Come the end of the season, we have seen all of these characters in one place at the same time. So they have all interacted in some way. And why are they all together in one place together? Because of the Black Orb. And then there he is. There's the guy. I was teasing the finale from the beginning. Haha. Back in the hiatus between episodes 12 and 13, Slash and I really had to sit down for a month deciding what direction we wanted the show to go in. And that's when we really shifted from a joke show to a very heavily lore-based show. And that's when we decided that we wanted the Black Orb to be the villain and his backstory and everything along those lines. And as you could see here, each of these characters, the director, Basket, Scribble, have been impacted by the Black Orb in some way, or vice versa. Scribble brought the Black Orb back, the Black Orb teamed up with the director, and the Black Orb swapped the Basket and their souls in the timeline, if you want to call it that. So that this all here was way before the Black Orb was even fully revealed, and I'm gonna go over this, but there were plenty of teases of the Black Orb throughout the Battle for Nothing season that I really want to show you guys. You know what? I'm gonna... Hold on. How do I do this? Alright, I'm gonna kill the music in the background, because you could probably hear that overlapping. But anyways... Oh, I just realized that the desktop audio is muted. My apologies, you will be able to hear the intro now. Alright. Happy I noticed that before we got into the actual dialogue. Let us continue. And then this is just the normal BFN intro. I'm relatively proud of this. I have a bunch of ideas for the new intro that's going to use the same music, and I hate all these assets. I really hate these assets. They're very bad assets. Poca has a black rim. 90% of my review of this series is going to be me complaining about the designs. And then we have them going through the other backgrounds. You can still see the white line around them. I didn't turn up the green screen opacity. This is just me trying to fill in space. And then the sunrise that blinds you. And then that's the end of the intro. I'm not going to the end. It's not worth it, but I just wanted to go over that one scene with the black orb to show that the black orb's reveal was teased from the very beginning, and you guys didn't realize it. Not the very beginning, halfway through the season. Good enough. Alright, extended intro out of the way. Let's get into the actual meat, the juice of this. That sounds weird. Let's start with episode 1A. We've already seen the intro and the extended intro. So, let us hop into it. I already hate this. I'm not gonna enjoy hearing my voice from 2 years ago. Oh wow, look at that. That was 2 years ago, ladies and gentlemen. It's been 2 years. Who would have guessed? It's not like we're doing a 2-year birthday live stream. Ha ha ha. Okay.
Hey, wouldn't it be cool if there was an object show with 42 contestants battle for nothing?
So this is something that has been I've seen some people ask me questions about this and debate about this. Spike here claims that there are 42 contestants participating in the Battle for Nothing show. However, to the end of the season, there are 41 contestants. Spoilers, by the way. I don't think I said that at the beginning. If you haven't seen Battle for Nothing, which I don't know why this stream if you're not, everything's gonna be spoilers, because I'm literally just gonna be watching the entire series. So, yeah. Just a quick question, what program do you use to make the assets? Fun fact, I use 3D Paint, which is really just an upgraded version of MS Paint. You can see it right there, or Paint 3D. I am not a professional at all when it comes to making assets, but I'm relatively proud of the newer iterations of the assets. But anyways, what was I saying? Right. It says that there are 42 contestants. And there ended up being 41 contestants by the end of the season and 40 placements because Baggy and Saki ended up tying. So, as it stands, and I posted in the comment section of the last video the placements, that Basket actually does not have a place. So she does not count as a contestant in Battle for Nothing, in the Battle for Nothing season. She did not participate. She was gone, she was absent, no one remembered her, she did not participate. Spike, did you delete the old BFN assets, or are they still there? The BFN assets are still stored on my computer, and I think if you look up in my Discord, you can see a zip file of the initial assets. But if you want an easy downloadable version of the older assets, which I'm not sure why you would want them, I can post on my Discord all of them individually. But I hate them, so I probably won't.
What? No. I made a comic about it. It has Stupid Smosh Sisters in it.
That's an unfunny joke. Stupid Smosh Sisters started from an inside joke that I had with my friends when I recreated all the Super Smash Bros. Characters with dumb. I even made a theme song of it, and I have all of them jotted down in a notebook. And apparently that exists in the Battle for Nothing universe for some reason. I think Slash decided that would happen, so you could blame that on him. Let's move on.
Who would animate that?
And that's Slash's old profile. So the joke here is that he would animate that because he wrote the original. Okay.
I'm gonna go this way.
Why are there 2 spikes? That's a very good question. There are billions of spikes. They can asexually reproduce, as I showed in my recent actually animated video. This has nothing to do with Battle for Nothing, but I will be posting a series in the near future called World of Spike that explains more of my main mascot, Spike, and his story. Also, that one dislike is me. on my main account. Oh, old intro. We're skipping this part. That was the old intro that TTV Cheeseball Pro can't stop telling me that he wants to bring it back. And I hate him for it. Oh, I thought we skipped this.
You've been up. So Baggy, what have you been?
Guys, look, it's Basket. Haha, what's a basket? Okay. At this time, I hadn't decided that Baggy and Basket were siblings, but I also... And that's not to say that they canonically were not siblings at the time, no. As it stands now, the entire series before Basket went missing, they were siblings. Whenever I state things here, I will say whether I'm talking about the characters canonically or development-wise. So if I say that in the development of this episode, they were not siblings, versus canonically they were not siblings at this time, that means that when I was working on this, I hadn't thought of them being siblings, versus they in-universe weren't siblings. That might be confusing, but what I'm trying to say here is they were siblings, just when I was writing and animating this, I hadn't decided that they were siblings yet. Anyways, yes, let's continue.
Been up to?
Well, I needed to write an essay for an assignment to graduate from Bag College.
So this is a canonically thing that I'm about to talk about. As we've seen in episode 10, Bag College is the actual name of the college, and for some reason it's on the main road of a town. I think the street is called Grasswalk Street. Why you place your college so close to there, I don't know, but unfortunately I have to say that the college is there. Bag College does exist, but I will say that it's not just for bags. It's just called Bag College because, let's say, it was founded by a bag. There we go, explanation for that.
But my teacher found out I copied off of Barf Bag's essays.
Here's another thing. The BFB characters do not canonically exist in the Battle for Nothing universe. This was written before I decided that. Those are completely different shows. BFDI did show up as an animated show in episode 15, so the show does exist as an animated show, like our universe in that universe. But the BFDI characters do not exist. So the barf bag he is talking about isn't the BFB barf bag, it's a completely different barf bag.
So I got an F. So I had to stay after school for detention, and that's just stupid.
Baggy!
My teacher kept complaining about how disappointed she was in me.
Baggy! You're not the
God,
same
the clip on
Baggy
the
I
mic.
used to know. You're ruder.
Meaner and less of a good person.
Yeah, Baggy.
Learn to be a not jerk. Why does Bookmark sound like that? Why does he look like that? For those that don't know, that is a spike on Bookmark. And it's because when Slash originally constructed the character, when he originally constructed the character, he said that Bookmark likes to watch Spike animations. So I said, you know what, let's take that a step forward and just say that he has Spike on himself. And in his redesign, he still has Spike on himself. So, call me a narcissist, but I think it's become an important part of his character.
I'm gonna go now. Tough crowd, am I?
Okay, so this is the part I've never outright explained in the series, but it did canonically happen, and I did it without thoroughly explaining it, and I should have, but through episodes 1 through 6 up until he gets eliminated, Sticky continuously grows in height. And then eventually when we see him again in episode 11, I think, inside of the TLC, he's so tall that he cannot fit on the camera. And that will be explained in Battle for More Nothing, why he continuously growed so tall. I'm not going to explain it here because that would ruin the joke, but I will just say that there is a reason why he's so tall. Also, haha, Bookmark has no friends, what a loser.
Right? I need new friends.
Indeed you do. Okay, Bookmark, teleporting. The only characters who could teleport in Battle for Nothing are Portal, who is dead, and technically Lighty if he can travel fast enough. I just consider this scene not canon. It's just a visual thing that I decided He can't actually teleport. He can't actually deform into this monstrosity.
Oh hey, maybe I can hang out with them. Hello there.
What are you?
My name is Bookmark.
No. What are you?
Bookmark?
Oh, you're that bookmark dork everyone's talking about. Get out. This is the electronic group.
Okay, so here Cigar says that he is in the electronic group, specifically like that. When I think it is very clear that Cigar is not only not a electronic cigar, but he's not even a cigar, he's a cigarette. Again, something that will be explained in Battle for More Nothing. He's not an electronic cigar or a cigar, he's just a normal cigarette. Cigar's a nickname, and the electronic part will be explained in Battle for More Nothing.
AKA the soulless group.
Shut up, Palma.
You're a cigarette. Why are you here?
Also, Palma's joking. Electronics aren't soulless. In fact, the only thing that separates Palma from just a normal AI is that he has a soul. So there's a fun fact for you. That's actually explained in BFN 21. Palma's just dumb in this.
An electronic cigarette. Now get out.
Guys, look, it's Portal. Haha. Get the tissue boxes. Portal's definitely still alive, right? Right, guys? Right? Why does he sound like that?
Because we're selling them for only $29.
Hattie! Okay, again, I won't go into too in-depth in this, but not canonically, development-wise, Hattie was a boy. When I was writing the script, I had in mind Hattie being a male. Later on in the story, I thought she would be better fit as a female, and eventually her gender switched over to female. Again, not canonically. Canonically, she was always a female. And the reason why she has a more male voice and people refer to her as he, him in the beginning of the season, again, will be something that's explained in Battle for More Nothing. Also, I've been missing some questions in chat. Why did Sticky become alive again in Battle for More Nothing? That will be explained in Battle for More Nothing. And Xbox and PlayStation and iPad are soulless? No. They have souls. They have souls.
99.
Did you say cat?
No.
Is Portal in limbo or is he dead? Again, another good question. Portal is dead. Like I said earlier, unlike I said earlier, this ties into what I was just saying. Good question. This ties into what I was just saying. iPod, Palma, Cigar, Xbox, and PlayStation, they all have souls. They are alive. Portal does not have a soul. He is a AI constructed by Jade. Because of that, when he fell into the Limbo Ravine, his soul could not get transported to Limbo because he didn't have one. He just got crushed by the ravine and he's dead. So he's not in Limbo, he's just dead.
Oh, we said hats.
You like pot? They're selling a cat. I know, Cork.
Wait, and your conscience always knows.
That song that's playing only showed up once in the series, and that is this part. It's called Zilch Intensifies. And this originally Flowey living inside Pot was an inside joke. When Slash first showed me the Pot character, and I'm like, wouldn't it be funny if Flowey lived inside of her? Eventually, it was changed so that Flowey did actually live inside Pot, and an explanation was given, and it was like, yes, Flowey lives inside of Pot. She just chills there. Frisk put him in there from another timeline. It's complicated. We'll go over it later on in the thing.
Don't say zilch. Zilch!
Wow, an animate insanity
Welcome
reference.
back, guys! It's KenObean332 here with another challenge video. Today I have Soap, Pop-Tart, and Burrito with me to do the Eat Your Friend challenge.
But first, beauty tip.
Wow, remember when the 5 of them were all friends with each other before the drama happened? Basically how it's set up in the series is that Keno, Burrito, Pop-Tart, and Soap all knew each other before the season started, or they knew each other like either before they moved onto the island or just before the series started, or just like right before the series started. I'd say it's before they moved onto the island together, and that's why they're all in an apartment together, because they were all friends prior, and they starred in Keno's eating videos for some reason. Also, I don't know why the 2 edibles are being blindfolded, but whatever.
With Mocha.
Also, another thing about Mocha's personality, originally, Mocha was gonna be that peppy, like, beauty guru girl, which is why she's saying, but first, beauty tips with Mocha. I can't even do her voice anymore. But she was changed to more that classic teenage style to reflect the hatred of teenage girls who went to my school. In fact, I thought of a strategy. I said, why don't I embody everything I hate in teenage girls and stuff it into this one character just to have her be hated by the community in order for her to get eliminated, and literally rub it in those real-life teenage girls' faces saying, haha, get wrecked, no one likes you. Battle for Nothing is a good coping mechanism for me.
How the heck did you get in our apartment? Get out! Anyways, Burrito...
Oh, one question we have here, and also why did Flowey get sent to BFN 1A at the end of BFN? That was his last save point. He didn't save since the first episode, so he reloaded his save, which sent him back to BFN 1A, which created a branch reality, but he still remembers everything that happened in the timeline. So, yeah. So when Flowey dies, he doesn't get sent back to the TLC. He reloads his last save point like normal Flowey does in Undertale.
It was either gonna take a bite out of Pop-Tart or Soap. The catch is, she's blindfolded!
This is the Tide Pod
Ready,
challenge on a
Burrito?
bigger
Okay.
scale. It's been pointed out the inconsistencies with Pop-Tart's bite. Basically, because in the next episode he dies, spoiler alert, and in episode 2 he gets recovered, and he has his bite again, I'm pretty sure. And then, like, throughout the series, when he dies, he recovers with his bite now, instead of being a full Pop-Tart, like he's supposed to be. And the reason for this is because how Jade created the battle, or the recovery center, is a contestant has to get scanned, and then they will be recreated from their scan. So Pop-Tart scammed from when he had the bite in him, and eventually, like, I'm sure he became attached to the bite without needing frosting like he had for a few episodes, and he just stuck with the bite.
And Burrito bit Pop-Tart!
And here's a fun fact. Pop-Tart is the last contestant, excluding Sticky because he could not speak, he was the last contestant to have spoken out of the cast. He screamed this one time in episode 1A, and then he did not speak again until episode 4 because I didn't know what type of character I wanted to make him. Pop-Tart is kind of like Woody, but he becomes a whole lot braver while still holding on to that, like, just fearful and cautiousness of him. Breadstick. Let's do a fun fact about Breadstick. In the original comparison that Slash gave me, where he was in the like original okay. Sorry about that. In the original thing that Slash gave me, listing facts about each of the characters and how I would rewrite them, it said that Breadstick hated Pop-Tart, and that he like wanted to destroy the world. And I told him, let's just do the hating part and drop the destroying the world part. And that's demonstrated here. But come episode 2, I actually dropped the hating Pop-Tart part and switch that out for him wanting to destroy the world. But don't worry, he's changed by his words.
Pop-Tart is such a baby. You probably shouldn't.
Also, why are the doors so tiny?
Disrespectful. Nah, I'm just messing with you. Since when did I care? Is that cigar? No, Xbox. It's the mailman.
Haha, what a funny joke. They keep arguing. I am really happy that I dropped this. I'm really happy. Oh. Spoiler alert. I'm really happy I dropped their arguing. Because they were eliminated. That's what I meant to say. Because when they got eliminated, they couldn't fight anymore. Because they were separated. Forget everything that I just said. Also, why is the door layered over the ground?
Whatever it is, we need to make sure that we're on our best behavior.
If there are rooms, if the rooms are four per person, who is left out? So at this time, their basket was still living on the island, so there were 42 contestants, plus Clarinite lived with them too. So there was 11 rooms, and then Coffee, Glassy, and Clarinite all lived alone. So they only had 3 people while everyone else had 4. There you go. Continuing.
When they come in. Sorry, Fries.
Sorry.
I apologize first.
Mine was more sincere.
Shut up!
What did you just say to me?
Oh, classic
No,
movie
sorry, it
trope
wasn't your
misunderstanding,
fault.
except the movie's only
It's
5
not
minutes
my fault
long.
either, if that's what you're blaming. It's not my fault that after BFNYA...
I guess I should just point this out quickly. Cigar refers to the original battle for More Nothing season as BFNYA, and that's because, again, non-canonically, development-wise, at the time I was writing this, there was actually going to be 2 seasons prior to this one, and this was going to be Battle for Nothing Season 2. Eventually we changed it so this was the 2nd season, and the 1st season just didn't end up, like, the 1st season we just didn't create. It was a comic, it was made in comics, and we never reanimated it and put it on YouTube. But the 1st season did take place, but there was originally going to be 2 seasons, and the 2nd one was going to be called BFNYA, which is why he refers to it as BFNYA rather than just after BFN Season 1. So, to this, I just say that Cigar is an idiot, which is why he referred to it as BFNYA. That's all I'm going to say. He's just dumb and slow, and he's dumb. But no, there is no BFNYA. It is BFN Season 1 he is talking about.
On this island, with nothing but this stupid hotel that I have to share with you idiots, and not even saying where they're going.
Don't forget about the TLC and Walmart, haha.
So why don't you quit your whining and spend the rest of the day in your bed? Yes, sir.
Ooh, look at that smooth transition. Why don't I do those anymore? And to answer your question, Ralphie, that's just inconsistency. That's just an animation error, if you want to call it that. I was just being dumb and I forgot. Anyways.
One of Cigar's outbursts?
Yup.
Also, how does Spoon not, this is me criticizing my own show, how does Spoon not see the Game Boy right in front of her? If we do not see her eyes on this side, she must be looking toward Icicle and Pencil Grip, unless her eyes just disappear in this scene. Ooh, another smooth transition.
Saki, you've been trying it for hours. There's no hope.
Don't say that, Puffy. I'm sure that
Just
someone will let
Let
us
us
in
in
any
any
second now.
What if no one opens the door? What if we stay trapped outside forever? What if
Those 2 lines, I'm sure someone will let us in any second now. And also, what if no one opens the door? What if we're trapped outside forever? What if those have both been referenced a handful of times throughout this series. Both of them have been referenced in episode 6 And then Saki said those lines again, but in a different way, in episodes 9 and 10, but saying it about Baggy breaking her heart, which we know didn't happen because they had a child.
Telling you, Maggie, someone stole my Game Boy. Fun fact, the Game Boy sold 108.
Man, Maggie sounds like a male in this scene. Whew. Maggie, I'm glad that female hormone that I can't remember because I graduated a few months ago and I forgot everything about my human biology class. Yeah, good for you, Maggie.
18.
I'm pretty sure that hormone doesn't make females' voices higher pitched though. So don't take my word for that. I'm not a girl.
69 million units worldwide.
Correction. I'm pretty sure I'm not a girl.
First, facts later.
Soda, we.
Animation error! It says Soda, we did it on the side of the screen because instead of writing in a document the script, I originally just used to just put it on the screen. That was dumb. I'm sorry. It's so distracting for me because I spotted out the second I uploaded it onto YouTube 2 years ago. I'm sorry.
Did it. We were able to map out the entire object hotel.
Also, I spent so long mapping out this hotel, and I purposefully added this scene in to introduce the viewers to all the rooms, because I was planning on using them in the future, but I didn't reference them at all episodes 1 through 4, and then by episode 5, Jade just said, oh, I've rearranged the teams, so I've rearranged the rooms, so now everyone shares a room with their teammates. Oh, good for you. So I don't know what the point of this was for. And there's your explanation for who's missing a room. Glassy, Chlorinate, and Coffee. They're missing a person.
Now, pancakes.
No thanks, Patty.
Another thing, I should stop pausing. Episodes from here on out, I'm not gonna pause when I explain. I'm just gonna make it more quick. I hadn't decided at this time Penny's backstory or that I only wanted her to say pancakes. So she's kind of just like saying pancakes, like she genuinely asking if they want pancakes. Of course, now we know that like Soda just like misinterpreted what she said, but at that time when I was making this, she was actually asking, "Do you want pancakes?" And we later learned that Penny can bake, so maybe she was asking if they want pancakes. Let's say I'm the creator. Yeah, let's say she was asking if they want pancakes.
Anyways,
Now we can achieve our true goal.
This was meant to be a joke of like Corey being secretly evil, but as the series went on, this actually made more sense because Corey is a jerk, and we learn in episode 17 that she always was a jerk and she was just putting on this facade. So this makes sense in the newer game context in future episodes.
Yay! Stupid smash!
Okay, again with Tile, or again with pausing the video. With Tile, so if you look at the list, or at the room layout, Tile is on the room directly on top of them. And I think what I was intending to happen was that they, like, drilled a hole through the floor. Also, that table is layered awfully. But they drilled a hole through the floor that Tile fell down. But another completely real possibility is that Tile was just clinging onto the ceiling, waiting for just the best time to just, like, fall down. And, like, exactly when they said Stupid Smosh Sisters. Also, I'm pretty sure Stupid Smosh Sisters has not been referenced since, like, episode 2. But anyway.
Smosh Sisters! Ouch!
That looks garbage. Oh, that is so cursed. Both of Pizza's... This is the only time I've done that. If you look, Pizza's one eye will always be on his pepperoni, and one eye will always be on the cheese part of himself. So, he will... That will never happen again. I promise you will never see that cursed image ever again.
I don't care enough to ask.
Ooh, and this is the scene they time travel to back in BFN 10.
With Saki and Baggy. I'll go home in a second.
Found you! Oh, come on!
Yeah, no fair.
What the heck? TP, get away!
Well done, this was a bad idea.
Look at how much Flossie hit puberty. God. Told you this was a bad idea. Like, that's what he used to sound like, and now his voice is, like, as deep as Grippy's. So, and he's only 10 currently. Like, I've worked out canonic ages for all of the characters. So in this, he's 8. So he's currently 10 now. That's weird to think about, that a 10-year-old has such a deep voice. God.
And take your string with you.
Well, that's just rude.
Well, Blocko, I'd say that today was pretty productive. Ready to head back to the hotel?
Oh, when Blocko only used to say yeah. I'll explain why I stopped him only saying yeah in episode... Actually, you know what? I'll just get it out of the way now. The reason I stopped Blocko from saying yeah is because I feel like that would turn him into a non-object type character. You know how, like, non-objects have a gimmick? Like, Dora only says da-da-da-da-da, and Yellowface does ads, and, like, David only says aw seriously, and they're, I think, like, relatively hated characters. I didn't want to turn Blocko into that. I mean, eventually I turned him into a jerk, but I didn't want him... I wanted people to have a reason to hate him, you know? I didn't want to just throw away this character, especially considering Blocko and Polka, along with Flossie, are the only contestants I made myself for this show. And I didn't really want to throw that away on making Blocko just a joke character.
Ah, wait!
This I've been waiting to get to. So, development-wise, like Hattie, during the development of this episode, I had in mind for Unity to be a boy, and that's why her voice sounds so raspy and man-like. However, recently I've decided that not only development-wise, but canonically, Unity is transgender. She was a boy, and she got surgery, and she became a female through episodes, I think, between 5 and 6. So, take that as you will. Don't leave my stream because of that. I'm just trying to diversify the cast. But, and by the way, the question, what is Unity? I guess I'll clear this up. Unity's a bunch of Unicubes stacked on top of each other. Her newer asset actually reflects that better, but she's a 5x5 Rubik's Cube with another, like, bigger, solid, not Rubik's Cube, Unicube with a bigger one Unicube slapped on top of her. I just didn't really know how to display that back then, but I think it's much better demonstrated now.
Hey, Blocko, I just had a quick question. You have a lot of friends and you're really nice.
Ha, Blocko having more friends than Unity, imagine.
And I don't have any friends. No one really likes a unit cube. So I was wondering if I should be myself around others or... Yeah! Thanks for the advice. Have a good night. I'm just saying that it would be pretty cool.
Classy's voice here. Oh yeah, good job, Past Spike, putting annotations over an actual scene. Yeah, I can definitely see Coffee's face.
It's kind of a stretch, though. I mean, they've been gone for months.
Again, Coffee says they've been gone for months, when in the description of the next episode, it says that they've been gone for like 2 or 3 years now. Stick to the description, Coffee. Again, like Cigar, I'm just gonna call her dumb. They haven't been missing for a few months. They've just kind of left to star in the director's movie Jade Space a few years ago, and they haven't seen them since.
Hey, guys.
Oh, hey, Clarnite. How was your day today?
Meaningless, as usual. Without the host here, I have no reason to guard the TLC 3.0.
Okay.
Wow, how funny, haha, good writing.
Boy, the things I would do to have them back.
Wow, oh, an ad. Okay, that's nice. Yes, I like ads. Alright, that's episode 1A. Thoughts they should all be garbage. That is a horrible start to a season, to a series. I don't know how that's the most viewed episode. If I were to see that, if someone were to be like, check out this show, Battle for Nothing, it's relatively decent, and they show me that episode, I'm like, I'm not gonna sit through this entire season. No, it gets good, trust me. No, No, it's garbage. It's garbage. Yeah. First few episodes are bad, and I'm sorry you gotta sit through them. But don't worry, we'll get into the decent stuff in a sec. Anyways, what I want to point out quickly is that episodes 1A and 1B, if you actually add up their times, add precisely on the dot to 10 minutes. That's purely coincidental, so... Oh, I forgot to mute it. Oh, the audio was so much worse in this video. Someone took the BFN video and made like a crap posty, episode 1B, and they made a crap posty version of it, like BFN but dumb, and they pointed out that, like, how'd the quality get worse between videos, and I 100% agree. I'm so disappointed. I think I've gotten my audio quality worked out now. I mean, I could turn the gain up and obliterate all of your ears, but initially, like, the audio clipped every 15 seconds. I don't know how you guys sat through this. Come on.
Down.
There was supposed to be a crashing noise there, but I forgot to edit it in. So, and also, I see, remember when they always shouted and loud? Yeah, I don't know why I did that. Like, they were yelling every 2 seconds and I was right next to the microphone. Like, at least you could have backed away a bit. Also, that background is uncentered, but look, that one's lined up with the floor, but that one isn't. What kind of movie studio is this? Also, his arm comes off the desk. Why are their limbs so thick? Oh.
And cut. Thank you guys so much.
And that's the director. Not a lot of people know that. That is the director there. He sounds nothing like the director, and he's gray for some reason. I was actually asked by one of my family members when I was showing you this, like, who's that character? Are you gonna do anything with them in the future? And I'm like, no, I'm not gonna do anything with them in the future. And then I did. I made them one of the main villains. So that little cameo sparked the director.
Let's film this movie anytime.
Everyone's favorite character. I know he's my favorite. That's not even a joke. The director is my favorite. I know you're not supposed to have a favorite child, but the director is my favorite character in Battle for Nothing. I will say that right now to put the record straight. I love the director. He, again, was a character I created on my own, and I'm so proud of him. He is my favorite character, so.
I have a perfect payment for you. Security!
And they're on the streets. Yeah, I got nothing for this. Continue.
So now what are contestants gonna battle for?
Other than that, the background is like pure blue, and we're skipping this intro again, too. Oh, and then I used copyrighted sounds. I used copyrighted sounds from Avengers Infinity War to do the disappearing effect. This episode is so convoluted and confusing. I'm not going to go too in-depth to what is going on here because I made another video about it. A BFN 1B Explained, or Episode 1B Explained. In essence, Jade just comes back after filming the movie, teleports everyone away because he doesn't want to work with a big cast. He sees a Game Boy, gets the idea to do a stupid Smosh Sisters challenge, teleports everyone inside of the Game Boy, blah, 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 blah. Yeah. Oh, and yeah, everyone is dying in this scene. I don't, like, really count it as dying, but they're dying. Jade's killing them all. He's kind of teleporting them, because that's what the TLC teleporter really does, but as is shown in BFN 1B, he is using a beta version of the TLC teleporter. Also, the TLC teleporter can only teleport people outside and inside of the TLC, and also people around the TLC. So.
Not moving. I am. See you later. Oof. What the?
Because Flossie is not an asset, he is a line in my, like, editing software. He cannot become transparent, so he just becomes black until he disappears. That's not racism. That's literally what's going on in the screen. He becomes more and more gray until he turns black and disappears. Jade is committing homicide. Yeah, that's what he is doing. He is literally mass murdering an entire, like, island.
Ed, get up. Why aren't you answering me?
Wow.
Hey, Corey, I overheard you talking about...
Wow. I have nothing to say here. I have nothing to say in these scenes.
Captain, the ship's
Oh, and I went to the beginning by accident. Wait, this scene's so confusing. And also really cringy. Don't worry. If you don't understand, just watch the BFN 1B explained. Hi, Gummy Bear. Please stop spamming the chat.
Yeah, not that I'm sad about it. Well, at least we tried. Right, Maggie? Maggie? Fun fact, I think I'm dying.
Oh yeah, remember when Maggie did fun facts?
So it's happening to you too? Are we the only survivors? Whoa! What are you looking at? Here's my...
Yeah, I know. I know about the spamming. Okay, cool. I think we got that sorted out. Alright, let's continue. I have really nothing to say about this episode. It's relatively short, and I did it all in my BFN... Oh, he's holding a PSP. And I did it all in my BFN Explained video.
Hey guys,
Um,
we're back.
I have nothing to say here. I'm probably gonna skip it ahead. Skip ahead. It's a pretty basic video.
Aren't we supposed to say something here?
Oh yeah, please vote in the
Why are you
comments.
saying please? There's
I hate this ending.
say the thing. Oh, so you're gonna make it us now? Ooh, but this is all about
And that's the end of the video. Shut up, Liberty Mutual. Yeah, 1B pretty basic. One of the most lackluster of all the episodes. If you guys are wondering why I decided not to make teams in the first episode, it's because in Slash's original BFN season, they didn't form teams, and it was those same 6 people participating in the first challenge. So I just wanted to pay homage to that. But in Battle for More Nothing, they will form teams on the first episode. Don't worry. Also, how'd they get a TV inside of here? I don't know. It's just there. It's a Game Boy. Which Game Boy doesn't have a TV built inside of it? And yes, it is a BFB TV asset.
Great job, Blanco. Fine. I'll go make that stupid trailer with Baggy.
Wow, reference to video that I had to take down for copyright purposes. Haha.
For 3 weeks non-stop.
You step through the door. It'll bring you home.
All right. Blanco, you're fun to play with. Wanna be an...
Ooh, that sounds so wrong, considering that Blocko is 13 in this, and Saki is 21. Calm down, Saki. You have a husband.
Alliance? Yeah!
Oh, she just wants to form an alliance. Alright, false alarm, guys. Wow, this is so fast.
Come on in, Mocha.
Yeah, it's nice and warm. Like, no thanks. It'll screw up my makeup. Plus, what happened to, like, the old TLC? Because this one has a, like...
Alright, just pointing out continuity's sake in my own show. How does Mocha know about what the old TLC looked like? She's never been sent to it before this. Maybe they did nature walks in the barren TLC. I don't know.
paradise in it.
I guess Clara and I wanted to make things fun.
I got you, Patty.
Do you think Saki's okay?
Probably. She might be a scary sock, but I believe in her. Have you seen Blocko?
No.
Okay, so Puffy's supposed to say that, but it comes out of Cheez-It's mouth because, like, his mouth doesn't move when he talks. So he just, but he puts his arm down and, like, an eyebrow appears. So he's obviously the one talking, but it's Puffy's voice. So Cheez is just a perfect imitator.
Okay. Ah, you!
What?
You're the new Blocko. Let's go watch Buy or Die. Where's that stupid Game Boy?
Why does Spoon teleport right there and not next to the recovery center that we eventually see? Let's just say that let's just say that Jade specifically teleported them. Okay, so for Spoon, let's say that the recovery center is right next to her, just off screen, and eventually later when Bookmark, Cigar, and PlayStation come, we could say that Jade like specifically teleported them there. Anyways, then we have this scene.
Come on.
Push's voice is so deep.
Let's go to Pie or Die.
So the Pie or Die intro was actually done when I made this video, but I just didn't like it. I didn't change it from episodes 2 to 3 when I eventually used it, but I don't know, I just felt like it didn't fit. It did, though. Like, I mean, I ended up using it for episode 3, so I'm not sure why I didn't use it, but I don't know. Greatest mysteries of past Spike. Why didn't he use the Pie or Die intro?
You're kidding me. We lost? Indeed, you did. And now you must vote for each other.
So, here's an actual fun fact for you. I was embarrassed of how little votes we got, so I made it a contestant vote. But that contestant vote was still based off on the actual amount of votes that were received for the episode. So Cigar got the most votes, and he got voted out in contestant votes. So you guys still voted on Cigar to be eliminated, but whatever the case is, like, I don't know, I just didn't like the amount of votes we got. In the next episode, I'm pretty sure we got like 1 or 2 votes more, and I was comfortable with it, but I mean, whatever. Oh god, people are floating. I'm not gonna go back to see that.
Jade, 5 teams of 8.
So,
Blocko.
first of all, Jade sounds like that, and second of all, there was actually a huge cut plot of this episode that I'll go more in depth into later. But notice how, like, Grippy, Rubik, and Jade, like, right now, they're at each other's throats. Like, they look like they want to murder each other. Keep that in mind for after the teams are done forming.
Where are you? Oh, Real Blocko. Wanna be a team? Yeah!
Why is Polka just hovering?
Guys, Saki found a team.
Lady sounds dumb and Slocko forms in 2 seconds.
One chance to redeem yourself. Find 2 more people for our team.
Oh, so these guys?
Flossie is floating for some reason.
All the time. I mean, I even joined the Stupid Smash Sisters fandom with Glory and some of her friends.
But here's a fun fact.
Yeah, the boom boom.
Pot and Cork are the ones to form No, but initially, Pot and Cork were gonna be on WOM, and PlayStation and Xbox were gonna be on No. Which I actually think would have made more sense, but I wanted Cork to be on a team with Sticky. I don't remember why, though.
Hey boys, want a team?
Okay.
Thanks!
Also, yes, Sticky can fly when you light his fuse. He's brain dead, though, so it doesn't work.
Finally, we saved up enough money for...
Also, Walmart exists in this. Walmart was eventually cut from the actual, like, show where, like, the island, Jade, like, canonically Jade sold Walmart because of copyright issues, but development-wise, I just, like, didn't want Walmart to be on the island anymore because I thought that was dumb.
I'm done. Mama, wait up!
You're kidding,
Sticky
right?
is a stick of dynamite.
We got to stick together.
You're right, Soda. We need to find another 4 people.
Oops, someone walks in my room in that scene, and I just don't redo the line for some reason.
People that are best friends. Want a team?
Sure.
So, again, back when Mocha was liked.
Can't believe it. We got the 2 most stupidest people on our team.
Fun fact, I may have 2 people that'll cheer you up.
You're kidding me!
I have nothing to say about this scene. Coffee and Glassy are not dumb. Maybe Glassy is. But Coffee isn't. She's smart. She just fell down in this scene. She's fallen and she can't get up. Maggie says that, like, she knows Coffee and Glassy, and there actually is a reason for this. Coffee, Glassy, and Maggie, they all went to high school together, and they bonded over being attracted to the same gender. I'm done now.
Portal, it seems no one wants to buy our hats. I'll buy one if you join.
I think it was obvious that Coffee and Glassy are lesbians, but I don't think I've ever said that Maggie is one before. So there you go. That's a present for all of you who care. For all of you that don't, okay.
Our team. Really? Yeah!
Back when Portal, like, didn't hover, he was just, like, in, like, stasis? I don't know, that looked so weird. That looks so weird to me looking back, like that he's just still. I don't like that.
Basket,
Okay, so that, I'll talk all about that later.
That's a mighty ship you have there.
Want a team?
Yarr!
So, okay. That note, we find out in BFN 5 that note was actually from Portal, and he planned that for a friend-anniversary present for Hattie, but he dropped it, and because, okay, let's be honest, if you were in Baggy's situation, you were just looking for, like, your sister, and then you see an envelope just lying on the ground. Of course, if that's, like, all you're obsessing over, you're gonna think that envelope is from your sister, unless it's signed by anyone. And originally, development-wise, I wanted that to be from Basket, but eventually we find out it wasn't. It was from Portal.
We need to
So,
do.
Yeah, let's be the BFFs.
Okay. Are you guys still there? Can you still hear me, guys? Hello? You can still hear me? If you could still hear me, okay. Alright, good. Phew. Alright. Glad we got that back. Alright, said OBS disconnected, so apologies. It says we got it back, so that's good. Alright, let's continue.
Because the people on this team are stupid, we should be called the idiots.
Why is Flossie hanging out in TP's role? I don't think I was thinking about what I was doing when I was making that. But I sure as hell know it now. I'm gonna stop. This is a kids show, and specifically their children. So, oh great. Just as I started talking about that, Yellow Emerald types in chat started streaming 69 minutes ago. Yeah, thanks Emerald. Thanks Yellow Emerald. Thanks. Real great time in there.
Did you get the 4 people I requested? I only got 1.
Wow, what a coincidence that Portal just happens to teleport Brick and Bush to them, and now they're called Wom for some reason. I don't know. Also, Hattie's scared for her life for some reason.
Free food!
No!
Wow, way to avoid copyright infringement, Fry. I actually did a rewriting, like, recently I did a rewriting of the episode 1 team forming, or episode 2's team forming script. Instead of, like, the reason that they're called No just being Fry punching Cork in the face, it's for a different reason. I might actually animate that script in the future, so I'm not going to reveal it because it's another joke I don't want to spoil, but I'll just say that this is a dad joke. So.
Oh. Let's name our team Sacco.
It took 69 minutes for like 10 minutes of each of episodes. Yes, that's why this is going to be an 8-hour long stream. Thank you, TTV Cheeseball Pro. And then everyone gets teleported there. Remember when I said Jade using the TLC teleporter can teleport anyone around or inside of the TLC? That's what he uses. That's his power. Whoa, he's a superhero.
Great! You're all.
Oh, and look at that. They're all, like, getting along now, and they're best friends. Wow. Okay. I'm gonna break this down for you really easy. And keep in mind, all of this is development. None of what I'm about to say is canonical. At all. Originally, there was gonna be a side story where an alien race, a green alien race that can take the form of any object they saw, came down, kidnapped Basket, kidnapped Grippy, Jade, and Rubik, and replaced them. And those are who we're seeing now. And then at the end of the episode, the letter that Baggy was gonna get, and he goes to the hotel and he says, originally what he was gonna see are another species of aliens, blue aliens, who are at war with the green aliens, and episode 3 was gonna be about getting, like, Basket and Grippy, Jade, and Rubik back. So, all of that was scrapped. None of that is canon. This is the real Grippy, Jade, and Rubik. That was bad writing. I'm really happy I cut it. Let's continue.
Oh, here! We decided on the challenge!
I don't know what this is.
Each team needs to build a wall using
This
any
is an
material
okay
they
second
want.
challenge.
It must be at least 144 inches tall. And for comparison, here's a picture of me.
And this is when we get canonical heights for all of the characters. So, actually, if you use this comparison, I actually have it written down on my phone. Hold on, everyone. If you use this comparison, then you find out that Jade is 6'5". And if you use the average mass of Jade, like, how much Jade, like, how much, like, the actual material weighs, if he were a solid block of Jade, then he would weigh 55,561 pounds, which is a lot of pounds. He does not weigh that much in actuality in the actual show. So, again, not a canonical thing, but if you were a solid sphere of Jade, he would weigh 55,561 pounds. And that's where being good at math comes in. You could find out cartoon characters' weight.
You have 10 minutes. Go! Guys, Jade said the wall only has to be 144 inches tall. We could just stack ourselves up to win.
That won't work.
Shut up!
Okay, so Fry's just mean out of nowhere. So Cigar leaves and Fry gains a boost in confidence. But because of that, he's just a jerk now. And looking back on this, I never really understand why I went in that direction. So I guess that just, he's mean for some reason, and I guess that's why he got eliminated in episode 6.
If only Baggy were here, he'd know what to do.
More like know how to cheat.
I think Black
Yes.
Okay, so I'm mainly going to be skipping through the majority of this episode now because there's nothing much left. I guess I should... Jade is dyslexic and obese. Okay. Jade... Yes, Jade is dyslexic. Jade is not obese. That would be very funny if he was dyslexic and obese, though. I would laugh at that. But no, that's not canon. He doesn't weigh 55,000 pounds, I swear. Anyways, back to what I was saying. Nugget isn't actually here. Says it in the description. Or hallucinate about a Nugget-obsessed children just to increase their chances of winning or nothing. So Corey and Kano are just hallucinating Nugget's existence. Humans don't exist in the Battle for Nothing universe.
BFFs are safe!
This chalkboard was Grippy's pride and joy, and in episode 6 it is shown that Rubik throws it out. What a jerk.
Flossie, where are you?
His team logos suck though, I'm just saying it right now.
Wait, what? They're still knocked out cold.
Also, the logos, like, canonically exist, what? Like, in the world, when they said the logo, that wasn't just in post, like, the logos, like, actually appeared in real life? That's weird.
Looks
This
like
is a
they won't be
weird
much
show.
help. Actually, they might. We just need to get to my secret lab that I used to plot the destruction of the...
So this is when it was decided that they would destroy, like,
What?
Rubik
Looks
would,
good.
I mean, not Rubik,
Over-
Breadstick would actually destroy the world.
Jealous of your friends. Go far.
And then we see, like, his old lair that is, we revealed, is actually, a cut-off part of the basement.
Find the object cloner.
Which, if we see, would actually make sense because they go over here, which is not too far away from the Object Hotel. So it could probably reach over there and be cut off at this point.
The truth is...
Oh.
4-letter fraction.
Well,
Not getting
Vote in the
demonetized.
comments using the letter and square brackets
and then
under
this
who
was
you
the
think
old
deserves
voting
to be
screen.
eliminated. Whoever gets the most votes will leave the show.
I will... Yeah, no, I won't spoil it. But, and then there's the after credit scene. No one titles envelopes that way, by the way. Jesus Christ, Baggy, calm down. Alright, that's episode 2.
Femiclear.
Episode 3 is one of my least favorite episodes, and it doesn't have that much basis to it. In actuality, this is when I decided that, like, Basket didn't get kidnapped, and she was actually, like, missing. Anyways, so... I'm already tired, and we're not that far into this. I'm gonna skip ahead through the majority of this episode. So...
5 minutes of their...
These characters are sucked away. And they get... Okay, so... Whew. This character is Slash's... one of Slash's OCs called ... Later in episode 4, we find out that Jasper was it's Jasper in a costume. However... Originally, he was not going to be. He was going to be this own character. He was going to be the main villain of the Battle for Nothing series that we eventually found out to be Jasper. So, again, not canonically, not canon. Development-wise, this was originally not Jasper and just a completely separate character. But how Jasper can fit into a human suit, we'll never know. Oh! Laptop! Guys, look, it's Laptop. Why is Laptop on a... Well, this is Laptop, the first recommended character. Her recommender was on the stream earlier, Indestructible Bedrock, talking about Laptop. If they're still here now, there's Laptop, there's the character. But actually, Laptop mentions their name.
I'm an editing laptop.
How does J-Bot become alive in episode 12? It's episode 14, and Jade just simply rebuilds him. But you can barely see it, but yeah, it says Indestructible Bedrock here. Their original name was Editing Laptop. I decided to rename them to Laptop. They will be a contestant in the upcoming Battle for Nothing season, as we could see if... Whoa, wait, look, wait. If you go second rightmost character in the second row... that is Laptop. She will be a contestant in the upcoming season, and she looks good. Updated asset looks good. There's a lot of recommended characters that are debuting. If you actually wait, if I go back here, this is all of the debuters apart from the one that I don't want to reveal yet. But anyways, yeah, you could see everyone's there. Even the villains are there. You see the Black Orb in his like limbo form is there as well. So yeah, you can get just get ready for that, I guess. Anyways, back into the episode.
You can also recommend a character in the comments.
Except for you, Captain Flash.
Oh, wow. Wow, Laptop goes evil. Laptop isn't evil. Also, wait, what I was trying to say earlier that I got cut off saying is, why is Laptop on an island that a show takes place on that isn't open to the public and is 2 hours away from the, island that she lives on? That will be explained in the next season, so just watch out for
I
that.
can't seem to identify their XYZ accents.
Oh god, Rubik dies. No, not Rubik.
New
Jay
challenge,
just
new
watched his dad die right in front of him. And then Griffey stands right in front of the Roblox because he is smart.
Robots!
Spike makes almost all debuters girls. Everyone else, Spike said, excuse me, if you look, wait, hold on, if you look, there are 14 debuters, excluding the one that I have not revealed yet, so 13. And if you look, you have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 female debuters and 6 male debuters. And Chainsaw as an original debuter was a male, so I made sure to exactly add in 7 and 7, so there was a balanced amount of genders joining the game. So, I'm not a simp, guys. Not for objects, at least. I mean, Test Tube, Fanny, and Lollipop are all pretty cool, but I don't simp for them. I just enjoy their presence in their respective shows.
Nanny?
Yup, I even wrote a book.
Oh, I should point out this part. So earlier in the episode, I skipped the scene, but they're talking about shipping characters, and now Flossie's saying here that he wrote a book. He's talking about he wrote a book of characters he ships. And in episode 6, we actually see him reading that book, and this was a reference to a girl in my school at the time when I wrote this, who I hate. We were in Mandarin class together, and she shipped me and this other girl who I don't hate, and I'm friends with her, and I think she's really cool, but she said she shipped the two of us. Also, I like Fanny, not Fan. I should point that out. So she shipped the two of us, and to shove it in her face, I implemented this scene where 2 children were bickering about shipping characters to show how dumb and childish she is. So, haha, in your face, girl that I can't say on stream.
Guys, I think the hosts are here to save us.
Fine, Palma, watch out!
Is everything okay down there?
Yes, everything is perfectly fine.
Why isn't he telling them? He could, very easily see who everyone, what's going on, who everyone is. Why is Tile trying to hide it? Also, why does the background just turn into a square? Oh, Griffey's screaming. Explosion, wow.
No, it's safe!
Nom.
Get your hands off of me!
Why is the zapper like that?
Slacko, we'll be safe at the hotel.
It's live or die!
Oh yeah, there's a lot of anime references in this episode.
Remember, you've been
I'm training for this moment.
Training?
And then this happens.
Hide and seek.
Yeah, I'm not sure why I did that. I don't even watch anime. But nonetheless, he looks like that.
Nani, Bush can turn himself from a person to a bush on command. You can't be killed if you don't have a brain. It's your fault for not knowing that. Finish him, Portal!
I know, it's amazing.
iPad exploding or sticky? So, okay, that was iPod exploding. Yeah, I guess I should explain that too. I skipped that. I'm skipping a lot of parts that I should explain. So, I wanted there to be an explosion. So I just made up that, like, if iPod runs out of batteries, he explodes. It's probably an Android iPod or something, if you know what I mean. Yeah. He explodes. And that happens again in episode 5, and it hasn't happened since. So he ran out of batteries because Bookmark moved, and, I don't know, I guess it activated something, and then he exploded.
So I think we're on good terms now.
Shut up and turn around!
Huh? What's this?
Alright, y'all remember when Glassy was, like, just blatantly dumb? Like, she didn't have any charisma or, like, likable qualities to her. She was just straight up dumb. But anyways.
Looks like it's down to the BFFs and Slocko.
Wait! All the robots are dead! Does that mean both teams are up for elimination?
No! What type of object show would do such a thing?
So, two things. This is the first time that BFN has been... I think it's the first and only time that BFN has been referred as to an object show by all of the characters, by a character in universe. And it's because it's normally referred to as a reality show, because reality, like TV, is just like object shows in this universe, because there's no humans, so there wouldn't be human TV, there's just object TV, if that makes any sense. Second of all, this is directly calling out Past Me, so me from 3 years ago instead of 2 years ago, we're in another object show I did, BFBA, for all of you OGs out there. I made 2 teams up for elimination, and this was me directly calling out that I made 2 teams up for elimination. Anyways, I just want to answer some questions. What exactly does Palma mean? I do not know. Palma is a character from the video game Minecraft Story Mode that we took and used for this series. Completely different backstory, completely different personality, completely different role, and I don't know what it stands for, what the original Palma standed for. And I'm sure even if I did remember, it would not mean what Palma means now, because again, completely different characters. So I'll make up an acronym. Probably be in the 3rd season. Just wait.
Sorry, kids. It looks as if it's the only thing that'll work. Stupid robots. If they're not gonna do the job, I'll do it myself.
Sorry, I was drinking water. That hand, actually, let me skip ahead because this doesn't play that much role.
Never mind.
Anyway, so Baggy still has that hand to this day. He used it in the finale, he gave it to Grippy, he used it in episode 21, so he probably hands onto it for old time's sake. He probably, like, keeps it inside of himself because he's a bag.
Tell me where Basket is. I have no idea who you're talking about.
So Jasper isn't, lying here. He really doesn't know who Baggy's talking about. But, again, when I originally wrote this wasn't Jasper. This was a whole different character. So maybe he did know what Baggy was talking about, and he was lying. But as it stands now, no, he was not lying. He genuinely did not know who Basket was.
Now, then you deserve to die! Let's see who's behind that mask.
And then I use a different credit format for some reason, and there's no after credit scene. But originally what was going to happen is Baggy pulls off the mask, and then the next episode starts off with him going, "Let's see who's behind that mask." That's a lot of blood. So originally he was just going to pull off his face, which would have been extremely dark and morbid, but I'm glad I didn't go with it, and it actually was a mask. But never mind. Let us go on to episode 4. The first...
Oh my gosh, freedom.
The first episode that, goes deep into the lore of the series.
We're back.
Also, remember when Bush had that, scorch on him? He had that on him, up until episode 13, where he died.
The 3rd challenge is to kill an evil robot?
Yeah, baby. Mom is the best.
Okay.
Did you get dialed?
Yup.
So apparently Jade forgets here that he can just make a new recovery center because he created the first recovery center. but doesn't matter because allows me to reintroduce Flowey, and Cork does this weird eye thing, and we find out that Flowey can reload the TLC.
So, here you go. Spoon!
And then they get into an argument. Now there's a Java update and an ad playing. Oh, and then we get introduced to the new music. Here we go.
Going down. Also, you suck.
Music's good, intro's garbage. Jamming to this though. This is part of my Spotify playlist. Look, and I think that scene with Basket in it confused some people, saying like, alright, so is Basket a contestant or is she not a contestant? No, Basket's not a contestant. She's not a contestant. She was removed from the intro that precedes this, like the next intro that I made. So no, she's not a contestant. She was removed.
Sticky, how dare you get zapped when I'm on top of you? Okay, I'm sorry.
Wow, Bookmark.
Thanks
So
to
polite.
you. We were up for
Oh god, they clipped the mic there. Alright. Oh, and we went backwards for some reason. Alright, let's skip the Pyre Die intro. I mean, skip the Pyre Die.
Pretty funny.
They're doing the cards. Alright. So here's a very good question. If the robots do not have souls, which they do not, how do they keep getting recovered inside of the TLC? Here's a very quick answer for you. I'd like to say it is because that Jade installed not a recovery center, but like just a built-in robot regeneration thing in case like the Jade bot did get obliterated. But Cigar eventually says that like he's scared off he's scared off the robot so they can't be recovered anymore. No, let's just say that he's being cocky and Jade turned it off.
Master, the recovery center just powered on.
Better not be one of those robots. I'm pretty sure I scared them. Rudely came into my kingdom unannounced. I didn't really know much about most of them, but now I see that most of them are awful. Let's see who it is.
Bad writing. Oh, and it's Burrito. This is me, like, directly shoving in the viewer's face, like, why Burrito got out. Funny story how Burrito got out. Slash used his alt accounts to get Burrito out just because he didn't like her design. Which I'm not complaining about because Burrito didn't get out, it allowed me to explore more upon Corey and Kano and Mocha and Pop-Tart and Soap and Soda, the characters that didn't get out, and it allowed me to better, like, expand their characters and go through their story more. Because I didn't really have anything planned for Burrito, and I didn't have anything planned for anyone else at the time, but, I eventually, like, did. Anyways, speaking of that, Burrito is the character who has had the least lines, excluding Sticky. She has had the least lines in the show. And the last time she has spoken was episode 12. She has not spoken since episode 12. She will get lines in the first episode. Everyone will get lines in the first episode of the third season. But she didn't. She just stayed, like, silent, I guess.
Viewers, why must you see me suffer?
So then I pulled off the mask.
Can you just get to the point?
Fine.
Oh, that was all taken in one take. Like, I didn't overlay audio on top of each other. I just quickly switched between Jade and Baggy. Listen to that.
So then I pulled off the mask.
Can you just get to the point?
Wow, look at that smooth thing. It sounds garbage. It's garbage.
Fine. Jasper's behind it.
Why didn't you tell me this a week ago?
Oh my gosh, Push, you're back. It's been.
Oh yeah, and the introduction to Jasper. Like Polka and Flossie and Blocko, I actually created Jasper. Slash did not. I created Jasper, and I'm very proud of Jasper. And I eventually, like, introduced many twins into the show. Like, Baggy... There's actually, if you look, there's a lot of twins in Battle for Nothing. Baggy and Basket are twins. Coke and Soda are... And then Jade and Jasper are twins, and I'm sure there's many other instances of twins that I just cannot remember. But I don't know why I had such an obsession with twins when I was creating these characters. I can't think of many more twins that will be introduced in the upcoming Battle for Nothing season, so there will be siblings, though. I think I revealed that on my Discord. Quick spoiler alert, for the next upcoming season, the debuting contestant, one of the debuting contestants' top hat is related to one of the characters on screen. I wonder if you can guess who it is. That's right, it's Bush. I'm joking.
In weeks! Breadstick said it was only a couple of
Xbox
hours.
and PS5 are actually not related to each other, as surprising as it sounds. They just hate each other because of their different console brands, and they have a completely different family. They are not brothers. They are not related. It's a common misconception. I bet that's another reason why they hated each other, because everyone always said that they were twins or something.
Of course,
They are the same age, though. They're both 14.
Time after the object cloner failed and created a pile of bricks instead of a wall, barricading us in the lab. Oh, yeah.
Remember when Pi was an actual prize for Pi or Die? Like, now it's just random garbage. Like, that went up to until episode 6. Like, he gave chips in episode 6, then episode 7 was beans, then I forgot episode 8, I think that was like a glass of water. No, episode 9 was a glass of water. Episode 10 was parts of Grippy. And Tadaja, yes, I do accept your apology. Episode 11 was Pickles. Sorry for butchering your name, by the way. My apologies. Episode 12 was... I'm forgetting the majority of these. Episode 13 was Bricks. Episode 14 was Bricks. Episode 13 was... There was no prize. Episode 12 was Pie. I remember episode 12 was Pie. Episode 15 was... I'm gonna stop trying. Never mind.
Guys, I'm so sorry. I was trying to act like a big tough guy, but I'm just a big wimp. Can you stop hugging me?
Okay, so Breadstick's pretending here. Like, he's acting like he's not actually, like, a tough guy. When in actuality, like, the next scene, he's just trying to cover up that he has Pizza's birthday present on the way, and he's trying to, like, distract him by making him the team leader. But we actually learn that Breadstick is kind of just a softie. He doesn't mean to, like, destroy the world. Like, he kind of switches in and out of it, like, from time to time, because this like, tough guy thing is really just a facade. But, like, in episode, like, 11, he's just like, I've changed, and he, like, almost blows up a bunch of homeless people. In episode 12, he sacrifices himself, and then the times we see him in the TLC with, like, Pizza, like, he's just always seems, like, very kind and rational. So he's not as much as a tough guy as he makes himself out to be.
Pizza, you're my best friend and you never screw up. I'm appointing you to the new team captain.
What? Way to go, Pizza.
Phase 2 is in motion.
It's actually, I want to go more in depth into Breadstick's backstory in the upcoming season, so stay tuned for that.
Everything is going according to plan.
So it really is him.
Ooh, look at that bad scar. Why is it only on the top part of him? Jasper actually does have a scar. He still does to this day if you look at him. I'm seeing an image of Jasper I drew right now on my whiteboard that I made like a month ago, and he doesn't have a scar. Hold on. Let me fix that quickly, or else that's gonna piss me off for the rest of the day. There we go. It's garbage, but I gave him a scar nonetheless. So Jasper has a scar.
Oh.
Oh, I put it on his wrong eye. Forget it.
People he's hurt, how dare he even think about coming back? I finished you guys. You little...
Jade.
I don't know why Jasper sounds like that, that's like,
I see that
and then his voice like immediately switches in the next scene. Anyways, let's continue.
explosion didn't treat you well, eh, half-face? Same to you, Lion King.
Oh wow, Lion King is canon in the BFN universe. To a degree. Like, okay, in the BFN universe, I have this thing where I don't want animals to exist in the BFN universe. There's a few exceptions to this, like we've seen meat be referenced, and like Saki pointed at a bug, and there's been eggs before, but those are all like artificial. They're not actual animals, and the reason for this is because if you guys know the movie Cloudy with a Chance of Meatballs, the second movie, a bunch of the animals turn into, a bunch of the food turn into like these animal type things, and it's horrifying. Like there's like a spider burger or something, and it scares me so much. And I know I don't have to do that, but because I can't animate animals, I feel like that if I were to add like animals into the BFN universe, they would have to be like objects. I know Inanimate Insanity has like actual animals, but I feel like in my universe it would have to be objects. And I don't want to do that because that would give me nightmares. So animals just don't exist in the BFN universe. There's a fun fact for you. So anything you ever see, eggs, like eggs, meat products, anything that would come from animals is all artificial. So there's a fun fact for you.
Gained some muscles, I see. Did you really give this guy host powers?
Yeah? So what?
Oh, nothing. Yarr, Jade. What is her doing here?
So setting up that Jasper has a past with these characters. Jasper, and so the original 10 contestants, excluding Scribble, because he's like in the Forgotten Dimension right now, living up as the high life, feet kicking up, not caring about responsibilities or whatever you do when you're isolated in a dimension with none of your friends there. Like, they all remember Jasper because he's Jade's brother and participated in the initial season, but all of the other contestants kind of remember him from the finale, but I'm sure they do not, like, I'm sure they don't know him as well and don't see him as that big of a threat. I'm just going to answer a couple questions in the chat quickly. I think BFMN will be a non-competition season. No, BFMN will be a competition season, but it's going to do a much better job at balancing competition and non-competition than the initial Battle for Nothing season did. There's going to be a lot of episodes, such as episode 19 and episode 10, where it balances a plot that has to do with the challenge and doesn't have to do with the challenge. And you brought up some good points. It has teams, so it is a competition. It's also called Battle for, so that's why it is a competition as well. But yeah, it's going to be a competition season, but it's going to be a good balance between competition and, like, adventure. And then is Baggy, Lady, Saki, Basket, and Wooly the host of Battle for More Nothing? I will not reveal that. You'll just have to wait for a trailer or the intro or the season to come out to find out.
Would you look at that? It's all the oldies.
That's 9 of them, Jasper. You killed the other one.
I didn't kill him. I just sent him to another universe. One that you can't access. But I can.
So
This is dark.
So Jasper is lying here
Or
because,
corrupted
well,
universe.
because the Black Orb ends up revealing that he removed his dimension's coordinates from the multiverse, so Jasper cannot access where Scribble is. But nonetheless, he says he can because he's trying to be evil or something, but Jasper isn't really evil, he's just misunderstood. Yeah, he is. He tried to destroy the entire multiverse.
But using the limited technology I had here, I was able to resurrect him and conquer the lost universes. How about a bit of a throwback?
No, it can't be. That was our memory book.
Yup, and I wrote all about my feelings on these 5 pages. Whoops, so I'm such a klutz. The contest is to go find them.
Wait!
Let me enter the portal. PlayStation. Portal has a strong connection with Dark Portal. He
I'm
probably
gonna-
senses something off.
I'm gonna skip ahead the majority of this because...
Your purchase could be...
Oh, and it's an ad. This is largely unnecessary.
He ended up in a cave.
I know what you're talking.
Let's talk about
It's a pocket.
only in my portal. Existed.
Okay, so... I'm starting to realize that this stream is kind of boring. I'm gonna point it out. A lot of this, like, I'm not having much to say because I don't remember much from these episodes. So, I'm most likely going to skip ahead. Right now, I want to skip ahead to the later episodes because I don't have much to say about episodes 4 and 5. I have a little bit to say about 6, especially because it was the first 20-minute episode and it took me 4 weeks to make rather than the normal 2. Now it's like a total gamble if an episode comes out in 4 weeks or not. But I want to cover specific episodes. So you know what? We're going to skip to episode 10. For now, because I don't really have a lot to say about the previous episodes. I know this wasn't very planned, but this means that you guys are only gonna, like, the stream's gonna go by a bit quicker, so you guys aren't gonna be here until, like, 8 o'clock at night. I mean, the stream has already been going on for 2 hours. So, I'm only gonna do the episodes where I have a lot to say about. So you guys are gonna get more content out of that.
Something bad's gonna happen, you know?
Uh-huh.
Like, ever since I...
This dialogue was actually changed. So Blocko here is saying that, like, he's talking about how he thinks something bad is gonna happen. Of course, he's, like, referring to the director coming and, like, killing Jade. But originally this dialogue was gonna change, where Blocko was talking about how ever since he learned... Oh, yeah! I guess I should just... oh, no, I explained that already. Never mind. So, Blocko says that that ever since he learned how to speak, he felt like something's bad is gonna happen. And that, like, just seems, like, coincidental, but really, the day he learned how to speak was the day the director's servants came to the BFN dimension. So that's correlated to some capacity. But, anyways... originally what this dialogue was gonna be was Blocko talking about how ever since he learned how to speak, he could no longer say the word yeah. The word that originally the only word he could say, he was no longer able to. But I scrapped it because there are several times where he has said yeah since episode 6, so meaning that would physically be impossible unless he's just a straight up liar. Anyways.
learned how to speak, I felt like something was off. Something is gonna go wrong.
Sure.
So, at any second, I'm scared that an evil dude will come out of the shadows and kill Jade.
Yeah, wait. Are you sure that you aren't just scared that we might be up for elimination?
I mean, we maintained the streak for this long. Why would we lose today?
I don't know. Maybe it's because Baggy keeps ditching us. Cheese it. I think you're getting...
I like these scenes where the, like, where the teams are kind of like just talking to each other outside of the challenge. I want to have more of those in the upcoming season where they're kind of just chilling, like showing that they hang out with each other even if the challenge isn't going on. Or even better yet, like in episode 6 when Soda and Maggie were hanging out with each other. Just like cross teams like hanging out with each other. I think that's a cool thing too. I'm gonna have that a lot more in the next season with like characters on different teams like talking to each other outside of the challenges. Also, Polka's legs are so like high up in this scene.
I'm a little too upset about Baggy.
Whatever. Hey, like Penny, catch the like frisbee. Pancakes. Palma, what are y'all doing?
For a while now, I've been pondering the purpose of my
Okay,
life.
so this was just to like better tie in Palma's connection to his original iteration of himself from Minecraft Story Mode, because like Palma's purpose was he wanted to put like Minecraft Story Mode Palma wanted to put these chips on everyone's head so he could control them and make them useful. But he normal Palma didn't have that, but Palma here is explaining that like if I wasn't useful, if like I wasn't useful, I have to make other people useful. And we have a question in chat. Can Top Hat hover? Can Top Hat hover, or is he like coffee? So Top Hat cannot hover. He will be like coffee. Another character, however, let me actually pull up this menu again. Hold on, everyone. Another character you see a third row down. He's under the L key card. He will hover like Portal did. So, and it'll be explained why he can do that in the future.
Useful.
What?
I have created these things known as mind control chips that accompany my intelligence scanner. I am now required to scan every level on
Run along
scanning IQ level.
Okay, so this is revealed that like Penny's IQ level is 15, which is like the same IQ level as a child, showing that Penny's IQ can't really adapt. So despite Penny being able to understand English, because her IQ level is 15, she cannot speak it.
Must be made useful.
Mama, no! There.
This also shows that like iPod knows how to work Palma and be able to like shut him off on the fly. So good for you, iPod.
Sorry about that, Penny.
Pancakes! Portal, you have to trust me.
But we can't.
I'm positive the director is coming today. We need to tell Jay.
So okay,
You.
everyone knows, like a lot of people are suspecting that the director's coming today, but there's nothing like really pointing to him arriving, I guess. Like what is so different about today? Like, is it just that aura that like something bad's gonna happen? I mean, I guess that's a thing people have, but I don't think it's like to this degree where like you know exactly like, oh, the director's striking today. I guess it could fit in. Also, these bed designs are terrible. I'm glad I redesigned them. Oh god, that is loud. I am sorry.
Okay.
What are you doing here?
I was just gonna grab my coffee and head over to the hotel to do Pie or Die. What have you guys been up to? Great, definitely not hiding any.
We're fine.
Sorry, I have to go. I got an anonymous call from someone last night asking me to meet them in front of the hotel. Something about the lost contestant. Lost contestant?
Thanks, Jade. I would love to hear all about it, but I really don't. Bye.
So I think it's like always a big mystery why they didn't tell Jade about the director coming, and it's like Portal says it's because he doesn't want to put like Jade in any more danger than he already is, but he's really like just lying so he doesn't have to receive the punishment, which is, we find out, his consciousness getting removed. So what's happening here is that eventually they tell him, even though it's too late. But like they didn't want to tell anyone else because then they would, like, the director could find out and they would have to take out that person. But the reason that the reason that he didn't want to tell Jade is because he didn't want his consciousness to become removed.
This is bad.
Up for elimination? You guys made us up for elimination 2 episodes in a row?
At least we weren't sleeping.
Well, maybe I was just tired of all of your...
Get into your teams, people! It's time for Pie or Die!
Hooray!
That's not a good thing, Glassy.
Why not? You guys are fan favorites. You made it to the final, you got 6 and 4th place, right? Yeah, you guys got 6th and 4th place. Calm down. That's not a good thing, Lassie. It's a good thing if you, like, receive 0 votes.
Hello, idiots. Last episode, you failed to dodge snowballs, so you're back in the elimination room. Are they okay? Don't worry, they just do that sometimes. Yeah, so Coffee is safe with 0 votes. Woohoo! Don't I get a prize for being safe? Right, I forgot about those. Oh, you could get a piece of Grippy chopped up into 4 pieces.
What?
This is morbid.
Ow. Lassie is the next one safe with 1 vote. Won't shatter me this time! Maggie is also safe with 0 votes.
So here's an interesting story why even though Maggie got 0 votes, why her votes were revealed after Glassie's, it's because I actually miscount the votes, and I thought Maggie had gotten 4 votes, but I was counting her last episode's votes instead of this episode's votes, but I'd already realized, like, written the script of, like, this scene where, like, Glassie dodges it and then she gets shattered by Maggie's grippy piece. And I thought it was funny, so I didn't want to remove it, so I just had Maggie's votes be revealed after Glassie's.
Bottom 2? For what? Because you were sleeping the whole episode. Not true. I say to wait through pie or die. I'm so proud of you.
Pencil grip is safe with
It's actually funny, just quickly, the chat, because wholesome, funny relationship. It's funny you mentioned that because they got eliminated at the point where their relationship was, like, on, like, the edge. So that is probably why they got so far, because of their relationship. Here's actually a fun fact. In episode 5, I wanted Spoon to get eliminated, but I was scared that Coffee and Glassie might get eliminated because I haven't yet given them personalities. So I went out of my way to make Spoon, like, a bad person so people would vote for her more. When in, like, actuality, I was nervous that they might get out because of their lacks of personality, but luckily they both got 0 votes during the elimination, and then throughout that episode and the next time they were eliminated, I set up their personalities, and they ended up being extremely liked characters and got very far in the competition.
9 votes. Cause you taste like rubber.
That's because I am rubber. You can't eliminate me.
Alright, contestant voting time. Where are our tablets? We don't have time for those. Just tell me who you're voting for.
Guys, hear me out.
Maggie has been missing for 4 episodes now. She doesn't deserve to still be competing.
Oh, really?
Yeah, Maggie is our friend. Why should we vote for her?
When we could just vote for you instead.
I know I haven't been...
This is a good point that, like, I think this is a really good, like, discussion. Because, like, of course, Maggie is their friend, so why would they vote her out? But Pencil Grip has a good point. Like, I know he just wants to get her out because he's upset that she survived so long without him doing anything about it. Like, he's like, trying his best to stay in the competition, and yet he's getting, like, all of these votes. So he's angry that she's, like, staying in without having to even compete. So that's why he's specifically targeting Maggie in this, but he also makes up a good point saying that Maggie doesn't, like, deserve to win because she hasn't been participating. So why should he have to compete and she doesn't have to compete, and still he is getting all these votes and she passes by? Answer: because Maggie's nice and he's not.
I'm the greatest teammate. But if you vote me out, you'll only have 2 members left to compete.
Also, the pencil grip characters, their inside used to be gray instead of a darker version of themselves, which I don't know why.
But if you vote me out, you'll only have 2 members left to compete. Fine.
Coffee, no!
He's right, Glassie. If we vote him out, we'll only have 2 members. We'll all have to vote out Maggie. And with that, Maggie is eliminated. Now I better go meet this dude.
Dude, what about the 10th challenge?
Well, I got an anonymous call last night from someone asking me to meet them in front of the hotel. Something about lost contestants.
Oh no, I gotta tell Saki. Guys, the directors! We know, Maggie.
And we've agreed that it's time to...
Okay. Again, nothing really to say about these scenes. I'm gonna skip ahead a bit until later in the episode.
Limu, let's get out there and help.
Liberty Mutual again. Why do I keep getting Liberty Mutual ads? I mean, I'm on an incognito tab, so maybe it's the generic ad.
And every last... Wait, so great and it's panic! Sorry.
Okay, so again, skipping it. Oh, and I screwed up again.
Fine.
So,
I have no timeline. But
alright, so this is the scene where they explain how time travel works in the show. And so yeah, of course this is the time travel episode, and then I guess I should explain something quickly. So you might notice that August 15th 2014 was really the only thing where they did anything. And when they travel to the future, they don't do anything. They just go there and leave after a few seconds. And then when they go again to July 23rd, 2019, oh, that's 2 years ago from today, they realize that you want to see the episode 10 intro. All right. There you go. Here's the end. There you go. There you go. And then he says slaves. But anyways, originally there were plans for them to do stuff here and there. So here in episode 10, originally when Rupik and Grippy came, they were going to confiscate Portal. And what Baggy was going to do is he was going to get into a fight scene with the two of them. And there was actually going to be a scene where he jumps on top of Rubik and they fight each other. But at this point in animation, I had become extremely unmotivated to work on the episode, and I kind of just wanted to get it done, so I scrapped the scene and instead made it so, like, him and Saki just hop out. And then in this scene, too, originally what was going to happen is they were accidentally going to shatter Lady, so they had to sneak into the director's hole so they could steal... They were going to sneak into the director's hideout so they could steal the blueprints, and recreate the recovery center to recover him, and then they'd have to destroy it again. But again, another cut thing. But the traveling to the future and traveling to this time period were still necessary, though, because this show built up more stakes, because they didn't know, even though this was February 7th, 2022, even though that was 2 years after this episode this episode took place, they still didn't know how far away this future was, because they didn't know what periods in time they were being animated. They didn't know what period of time they were time traveling to. So they didn't know how long before this future would be a reality. It could be like an hour from now. So that's why it set up more stakes of them having to move quicker. And then here in the future, it gives Baggy the necessary information to know that, that Basket is gone. From the complete timeline, and that he should stop worrying about trying to get her back, because she's, not here. No one remembers her. She's not on the island. She's just gone.
Oh. Yeah.
This is really bad. We can't keep blindly walking through you, poor...
Oh, and I haven't even gone over the Baggy and Saki love subplot. But anyways... This is when Saki admits her the whiteboard shifts for some reason. This is when Saki admits her feelings, and then
we're in a relationship.
Baggy laughs in her face.
Are you laughing at me?
Saki, Basket's my sister.
Makes sense. They're bags in a basket, and their parents are dead. Haha.
Oh.
And I kinda really like you too. But we should probably go save Jade now.
Yeah. Thanks! Let me just see if they're all here. Portal? Ah!
I'm sorry. I really like that scene. Just the quick
Thanks! Let me just see if they're all here. Portal? Ah!
Oh. Okay then.
Ah, what happened?
Oh my god, it actually worked!
Oh hey, Saki, Baggy, and Portal. Why am I in here now?
Yeah, okay. So, I just find that scene funny. Also, one of my favorite things about episode 10 is this is really the first episode, excluding episodes 22, 23, and 24, where it wasn't about the finale, or it wasn't about the challenge at all. So much so that we only got to see the challenge at the very end of the episode. Basically, this was a non-competition episode. It was solely about getting Jade back and saving the director. But what I do like is you can see what each of the teams gave them. Lom gave them pizza's pepperoni. Panny made the director pancakes. The idiots gave them, cereal.
How are you back?
Impossible. Send him to Jade.
Yep.
And then No gave them chips. So, actually, wait. Hold on.
You learn nothing is impossible.
That line might be a reference to a book I made back in 4th grade where it was called Nothing is Impossible, and I think the character said, like, tisk tisk, main villain, when will you learn nothing is impossible? There's a lot of instances of that, of, like, me referencing stories that, like, I made on my own that you guys don't even know about. You know, if you guys want to see me, I still have that, like, script. It's awful. If you guys want to see me, like, read that on a future stream or something, me reading Nothing is Impossible, go ahead. Like, just like, tell me, I guess. I probably won't do it. But if that is something you guys really want to see, then you could just tell me.
No! Wow, that actually worked.
Yeah, where'd you send him to, Jade? Let's just say he'll be doing a lot of mining.
So there was originally going to be a scene where it goes back to the, like, okay, so it's pretty obvious that he sent the director to the gem cavern, but initially there was going to be a scene with the director in the gem cavern with Jasper and him getting sent to the coal mines, but eventually we see him in episode 15.
Anyways, you guys did the challenge?
Yep.
Meaning one team will be up for elimination?
Yep.
And that team is...
Yep.
It's Locko.
Woo!
After maintaining a streak for so long, it was about time we lose.
Okay.
Why does Lady look like that? That looks so weird. Him tilted, God.
Get over it.
I tried to keep everyone in check, but no one would listen to me, and it's all because of Baggy!
What? How?
Also, I like how you could briefly see Blocko's corpse just dead on the floor.
You won't stop ditching us! And now you've started to rope Saki into your little shenanigans, which is causing everyone to be distracted! And I know why you're doing all of this. You're just a winner wannabe. Actually, I think you're the winner wannabe.
Ooh.
You're walking around acting like you're the most amazing person on
Whoa.
earth, but you're not.
Whoa, what a roast. Also, shut up, Nick.
You tried to lead the team, but you can't, because no one likes you. Baggy might be a ditcher, but he's more competent than you could have ever been. So you know what? You're the winner wannabe. What? You're an idiot! Hey, lay off, Saki! Yeah! That's...
Why is Unity doing that? God, that feels like... That looks like that would be painful.
it! Out of here!
Cheese it, wait!
Follow me, you depressed little brat!
Whoa. Wow. That's out of line, cheese it. Alright. But anyways, notice how, like, Puffy, despite being pissed off at Cheez-It, like, he's still, like, obviously still, like, wants to be friends with him. Not friends with him, but it's just, he's sad and misses when they were friends. Like, even now, in the current state, like, they're not talking anymore, and Puffy has now sided with Baggy and Saki on this whole debacle. But he still, like, misses Cheez-It, you know? Which I think is reasonable.
Don't
Aw,
worry,
a
it's
kiss.
gonna be okay.
Slash was so pissed off at the scene when I originally showed
the
him
letter in
it.
square brackets under who you think deserves to be eliminated. Whoever gets the most votes.
Alright, well, this stream has been going on for 2 hours now. So, what I want to do, I know this was originally going to be like a 6 to 8 hour long stream, but I feel like it's gotten pretty boring at this point because I've kind of lost motivation to do this. I want to skip to the finale. We could do the finale. And then I want to go over the auditions, and then I think we could call that a day from now. Maybe I'll continue this in the future, but I think we have celebrated Battle for Nothing and its birthday well enough. So let's skip to episode 23. Oh yeah, this. Okay, click off the video if suicide is a trigger for you. You could come back in like 40 minutes maybe.
Magic. It's a beautiful thing. Lost, like most things, to time. So I'm stuck here.
I don't like the
I
voice.
walked around the land.
Alright, here's one of my main complaints for episodes 23 and 24. I really don't like the voice acting in them. I thought I could have done a lot better. I just like, and I think 23 and 24 were very rushed as well, and that's because I was trying to get those done and those out of the way in order to get to work on Battle for More Nothing. And I definitely should have given these more of the time and care that they deserve. But look at those backgrounds.
Soon coming to a
that's
realization
decent.
that I was all alone. Ugh, ghost towns always give me the creeps. I'm sure Jade'll have that portal working ASAP, right? But this village looks like it's been abandoned for years. How is the fire?
And then this is the reveal of magic. So, despite how magical things have seemed previously, such as like Portal or like other of Jade's inventions, those were all like to a degree like scientific. He like created all of them based off on science. He's just a really smart person. None of it had to do with magic. Scribble, however, learned in this dimension that hadn't gotten the time to develop due to all the population dying and leave magic behind, that magic indeed existed.
This house probably belonged to some crazy old hag. Everburnus? Ah!
So, everyone, including every object in Battle for Nothing, has some level of magic inside of them, which dictates how well they can perform spells. Scribble, probably due to his heritage, has a lot of magic inside of him. A lot. So he was very easily able to cast this spell without having to train too much. And that's why he pretty much got on the level of the Black Orb in like the span of 5 years.
Now knowing the existence of magic, I spent the next 5 years isolated, studying the different books and spells, becoming the best mage I could. It changed me, helped me forget and move on from my past, but not the friends I had left behind. That's when I decided it was time to go back home. I scavenged the land for hours until I found it.
This was something that was well pointed out. The fact that he was able to find the books so easily, that wasn't in the initial script of the show, actually. Originally Scribble said he scavenged, like he says, I scavenged the town for hours, and he actually did end up scavenging. He was originally going to scavenge the town and find the book hidden in a plank board underneath something, like underneath a plank, in a house. But I couldn't find out how to animate it properly with it looking good, so unfortunately I had to go with this for simplicity, though I think it would have been much more realistic and make more sense if over the course of a few weeks or months he spent looking for the book to go home. But anyways, this is what we ended up getting in the end, and I'm not necessarily proud of it, but still.
A journal with spells related to interdimensional travel, as well as information of the village's oldest king, who I had heard little about from other books I had.
So Scribble what's written here was actually what Scribble was originally supposed to say, and if you wanna go more in depth learning about the Black Orb's backstory, you can read this, and it will give you more details about his backstory.
Red, a powerful, peaceful dictator turned corrupt and sought to conquer the multiverse. They went by the Black Orb. The author of the journal wrote a spell made to...
Okay, so these two spells are not in a different language. They are English in a different font, and if you translate that font, I do not remember what these top part says. And I don't remember what this says, but I do remember this. I'm not gonna say it though, because I don't think I can say it on stream. But anyways, let's
Banish
continue.
the Black Orb to Limbo, a place between life and death, where time does not pass. They succeeded, the spell creating a shockwave, disintegrating everyone within the village. However, that was not the only spell in the book. Curiosity got the better of me, and I released the Black Orb from its grave.
The
Great!
Black Orb is white.
Another interdimensional demon king trying.
Okay, so this is something that I don't think was directly ever said, but the episodes, episode 22, 23, and 24, are the only episodes in the series that take, or 23 and 24 at least, are the only episodes in the series that don't take place on the day they were released. Episode 23 does not take place on February 12th, as it says on screen, it takes place December 29th. And that's because episodes 23, 22, 23, and 24 all take place on the same day. Yeah.
Trying to take over the multiverse. What a surprise.
Enough of that. What does any of this have to do with my sister? And how does she even play into any of this? Because the Black Orb had been gone for so long, the entity limit had returned to its max. A set number of people that did, do, and will exist. This is pretty well explained in the video.
How are you able to see her?
Something to do with your biological connection. It must have allowed you to talk to each other. And that's referencing episode 14, which I skipped. So you know what? I want to go back to episode 14.
Me. You're not seeing.
Shut up. I want to go back to episode 14 very quickly and show that one scene of Basket talking to Baggy.
This beat.
Another.
Whatever. Say or
So-
think what you want.
I didn't have time to say what I wanted to.
So that is
Give me time.
actual
Did you,
Basket
though?
talking to Baggy from Limbo because of their quote-unquote biological connection. So yes, twin telepathy is a thing in the Battle for Nothing universe.
Even if that is true, I still want. I decided it's your job to wrong me to lie to him. Man, I had more common sense in me than I thought.
Still think I'm a figment of your imagination, eh?
Either that or you're a ghost.
Something like that. But if I were dead, I wouldn't be visiting you. I've already caused enough damage. If I had done it myself, you'd hate me even more.
Again, suicide warning here. Or suicide trigger warning, I guess I should say. A Basket is saying, if I had done it myself, you'd hate me even more. So given the context of the finale, some people might interpret that this as, if I had taken over the world myself, I wouldn't return, or you'd hate me even more. That doesn't necessarily make sense. She's referring to here that if she were to harm herself, he would hate her even more, because technically the Black Orb is the one who, quote-unquote, killed her. Not really kill, she just went to Limbo, but still, she's basically saying that, like, she's already caused enough damage by letting the Black Orb go loose, and if she had harmed herself, that would make Baggy even more upset.
Damage? Is everything okay?
No, everything is not okay. If it weren't too late, I'd tell you about the Black Orb.
Again, another mention of the Black Orb. Long before he was actually introduced. He wasn't thoroughly introduced until, like, I guess episode 20, but he was actually, like, called out in episode 23, but that was 9 episodes ago, or 6 episodes ago, so.
But I said too much. Just be careful, Baggy. He's already put us all 6 feet under.
Basket. Lady!
And then again, I just want to point out in episode 13 quickly in the after credits scene.
Spell.
It's Scribble, guys.
Oh! Okay, here goes. Be careful, Jade. He's coming.
And the he is referring to the Black Orb. And then again in episode 18, which, by the way, I guess I want to point this out quickly before we go back to episode 23. Episode 18, the thing about episode 18 and 20 is that they're the only episodes in the series that were completely rewritten. Episode 18 was rewritten halfway through the writing of the episode before animation started. It was originally going to be a challenge that it was originally going to be where each contestant had a plot of land that they had to regrow from the fire in the previous episode, and the last 6 people to regrow their land would be up for elimination. But I was so unmotivated to work on it that I rewrote the entire episode, and I added in a lot of good scenes too that carried over to different episodes, like Brick and Bush struggling with their relationship that originally was not going to be in that episode. Flowey and Pop talking it out and bonding closer. Unity trying to sneak into the TLC, and Bush and Unity bonding more, and then eventually be getting into a relationship with each other. Spoiler alert, they're dating now because of this. Originally they were not going to date each other. This episode is actually what caused me to rearrange the teams that I had planned, because already when I was producing episode 18, I had already been thinking about the next season, Battle for More Nothing, and I had already worked out the teams for Battle for More Nothing. But this episode, because of how many new relationships were made, inspired me to rearrange the teams. Anyways, Glassy and Coffee make up here, and it's very brief, but Glassy straight up says that Coffee's parents disowned her because she was a lesbian. And that's something that was very briefly talked about, and I don't think many people know, but I'll say it very clearly right now. Coffee's parents kicked her out for being a lesbian. And that will be further explained in the next season. And Bush and Brick aren't together. No, they're more like brothers than anything. Not biologically, but that's again going to be explained. Their family has been friends for generations, and they are also friends with each other, but they're just best friends. They're not in a relationship with each other. But anyways, Coffee and Glassy makes up. Kano ruins both his friendship with Panny and Pop-Tart, and then Unity and Lighty make up with each other, and then Grippy finds out about his Rubik's past.
What did I ever? I'm sure it's still fixable. Who am I kidding? There's no way I'm... What? Dad?
And then that's where that episode ends. And then actually, what I wanted to point out, not only is there a P heart C at the corner showing popped heart cork, showing a bit of child love. There's also Puffy's depressed corner, and then if we go, actually Saki's covering it, so I could go to a different scene. Here there is a image of the Black Orb that says he's coming. More evidence pointing to the Black Orb, the Black Orb's appearance in the finale. And then in episode 20, we directly see him. And the director, we find out that in the episode 15 after credits, that what the director found inside of the little hole in the wall was the machinery that Jay's parents used to send Jade and Jasper through a rift in space-time.
Stupid king and queen, so idiotic that they abandoned their lab instead of destroying it. I bet they used it to get those idiots Jade and Jasper to the Homeland Dimension. What? The guards...
And then the Black Orb finds his way to the director.
This is exactly what I think it looks like. It looks like a new alliance.
And then Slasher plays. Slasher is a theme that I made for the Black Orb that is only used twice in the series, but I think that makes it all the more significant. So anyways, let's go back to episode 23.
Other from other realms. I think that maybe by combining magic and your connection, we can convince her to return to our world. But won't that make the universe all pissy due to there being too many
Laptop
entities?
does make
If
an
I were to
appearance.
guess, bringing her back would either make a giant rip in space-time to Limbo, only closing when someone was sacrificed into it, or the Black Orb would just pop back into Limbo. I think this was very good misdirection here, because of how many, coincidences that have happened up until this point.
when Baggy and Saki time travel back in time, when Baggy and Saki time travel back in time, to find out what Jade's coordinates are, like, Jade just happens to whisper them in his sleep. So there are a lot of convenient coincidences that have happened up until this point. And when Scribble says that either a ravine will form or the black orb will just pop back, I was trying to differ people's, like, perception, like, thinking that, oh, he's just gonna pop back. But nope, the ravine thing ended up happening.
I'll take my chances. Do you think we'll be able to pull all of this off before the director escapes?
Hopefully, but I can't be sure.
And Jade knows that the director is escaping because that's what Scribble told him. Because Scribble and the Black Orb kind of had this connection with each other, like we're going to see later in the episode. They have this connection where they're able to communicate with each other, not directly, but they're kind of able to hear each other even if they're separated.
Right. Portal, do you think you could go to the gym?
No. You brought me back, changed me into Time Portal, and plugged coordinates into me so quickly that my circuit's fried. All of my powers are offline.
Portal's powers being offline was just meant to set up his death in the finale, that there was, like, no way he could have gotten out of it. He couldn't switch consciousness, he couldn't teleport, he couldn't do anything. He had to die for the universe to be saved.
You're joking,
Spoiler
right?
alert.
Can you at least warp?
Nope.
Gah, I'll be right back. Where did I leave that portal statue?
So, now what? Lie down, Baggy. Why? I'm gonna attempt to separate your soul from your body.
Excuse me, what?
You've done this before, right? Nope.
Your purchase could be free when you use your
Oh,
Credit
God, I
Karma
just
Visa
laughed.
debit card.
Shut
Free
up, Credit Karma.
groceries.
I just laughed at my own joke, but, I like this scene with, like, Scribble just...
Nope.
Even though Scribble has changed, he has developed, he has gotten older, he's no longer a jerk, he still has that kind of reckless and jerky side to him. And then we have the intro that we will skip. And then these are just things that I made up. So, you could see a few things. So you can see the Gem Cavern's coordinates are negative 5277375233. I'm not sure if that means anything. Here's actually a fun fact for you. The coordinates... actually, hold on. Let me pull this up quickly. Give me a sec. Alright, here we go. I got it. So, the coordinates for the Forgotten Dimension, 25225, negative 672, actually, if you put it in, you have 2B, 5L, 2A, 2C, 5K, and then negative 6, O, 7, R, 2, B. So 25225, negative 672. If you put that into a keypad, you get black orb. Kind of pointing to that those things were connected with each other. So there's a fun fact for you.
They've returned.
I'm not sure if this has any significance, though. I think I just typed in random numbers.
Who, the Scribble guy? When I return to this realm...
Also, obviously, it looks like the director has upgraded his setup since they first encountered each other in episode 20. He now has a better portal and a better
Cast a
computer
spell to
and
remove
wires.
my home dimension's coordinates from the multiverse, only to prevent him from warning Jade of my return. But I feel that spell has been broken. Oh, I bet you can. Do not mock me, Phil.
Ew. So I like how the black orb just levitates the director sometimes, and it's obvious that he's done it so much that the director is completely unfazed by it.
I advise you don't challenge me. I'll consider it. For now, we should focus on finishing our plan. I've translated enough of these coordinates to be put in a portal. All we need is a portal form, and I know exactly where we can get one.
So here they use Dark Portal, which is just inside of Jade's closet, they use Dark Portal, and they turn him into Cracked Portal or Corrupt Portal, I forgot his name, that would allow and they use the code that the director deciphered, and they put them into Dark Portal, and you can actually hear in the background Jade rummaging through the workshop trying to look for the portal statue.
There it is, Cracked Portal. This dude can access every dimension in the multiverse, all under our control. Finally, I can regain control of the King Army. The portals hit the second dimension.
So, and also, the Black Orb mentions Jade being their target. So the Black Orb's plan is, like, he wants to take out the recovery center, and then he wants to take out the person who can recreate the recovery center. And to everyone's like, oh, an entire plot was, like, the director trying to steal the blueprints and making his own recovery center. Let's just say that after that instance, Jade burned the blueprint so no one else could recreate it, which is real smart, Jade. But yeah, basically this is supposed to set up that Jade is the only person who can recreate the recovery center.
Let's hunt for an army. What? Where am I?
Baggy, can you hear me?
Saki, what happened? Even if he can, we can't hear him.
So now
we just
Baggy
have to
is
hope
in
that he's
half
okay.
I swear to God, he better be.
Well, Baggy, looks like you're in half limbo. Basket? Basket! Just another figment of my...
You shouldn't have come back for me.
Basket! You're alive!
Not exactly. And technically, neither are you.
Then let's change that.
No.
Why not? Our friends need us. They need you.
Hold on, everyone. I gotta do something quickly. I will be right back. I just have to check the stream quickly. Alright guys, I think I got the issue worked out. Sorry about that. I just had to fix up the stream. Alright, let's get back into it. Just give me one more sec. And now... And now we shall continue.
What friends? The ones who forgot I existed?
That wasn't their fault.
You're right. It was
Okay,
mine.
so this scene is kind of self-explanatory. I don't have much to say about it, and again, like, I don't think you should have to see it if you don't want to. But basically, initially, I wasn't gonna put a, like, suicide trigger warning in the beginning of the video, but I had a friend tell me that they had some friends that might be triggered by this episode, because I showed them the episode, and, like, they said that, oh, maybe, like, I think my friend might not be super on board, like, with this. Like, if they saw this and they didn't know that, like, it would briefly talk about potential suicide, that they might not be too comfortable with that. So I said, okay, I'll put a trigger warning. And I eventually did that, and I put a trigger warning. And I think that it was necessary, and because I don't want to, you shouldn't have to, Battle for Nothing, especially in episode 23, goes over some pretty hefty topics, like, in this episode it goes over suicide, and some other episodes in the future, in the next season, will go over a bit deeper topics, that if you're, like, Battle for Nothing it's really like, it's a kids show that's targeted at a bit higher demographic. So I'd say 13 maybe is the age where the show is, like, completely clear for you to watch. But of course I, like, try avoid using curses, and I don't want to go too, like, full on deep into it. And the humor is at the point where you can enjoy it, I think, like, at my age. But it's some time to time it covers some topics that are a bit of sore subject to some people, and I don't want to make you uncomfortable while watching this show. So if ever you feel, so that's why I put the trigger warning in this episode, and I will put it in future episodes if I cover topics that might be, like, very sore subjects for some people. And you never have to watch it, like, just all in all, this doesn't only go for Battle for Nothing. You should never feel obligated to continue watching something if it makes you, like, uncomfortable. So if you're watching Battle for Nothing, and there comes a part where it makes you, like, uncomfortable, and I'm not just talking about, like, something cringy, I'm saying, like, something like it reflects something in your life that makes you, like, uncomfortable, or it brings up something that you don't necessarily really want to hear. Of course, I'm not there to do it, but even if I were, I would never tell you to continue watching it if you don't want to. Because, like, I guess I should have put, like, a timestamp of when this would take place, but I mean, if you skip this scene, you're kind of skipping a large majority of the episode. And that's not telling you to, like, push through the scene, like, just, like, so you could watch it. If you don't want to watch the episode, you don't have to. It's not that big of a deal, and you could just simply go on to episode 24, and you just, like, make inferences of what happened. So, yeah. Back.
If you've really been by my side for this past year,
And then
you
his
know
place.
that's not true. I've made mistakes too. I ditch my...
And then this is a reanimating of some, like, past scenes, like, of other episodes. Like, this is from episode 5. Baggy's shown here with Volcano, Keyboard, and Speck of Sand, 2 of which will be contestants in the upcoming season.
My team ignored the...
This was from episode 6, where everyone came back from the, this is the part from episode 6 where they come back from Okakolak Valley, and he's ignoring his team.
them,
And then this is from episode 2 when they initially formed the teams.
ridiculed them, but I haven't let those mistakes stop me from doing the right thing. Throughout it all, I haven't stopped thinking about you. My sister, my best friend. And I'm not gonna let you down. Not again. I hurt you when we needed each other most, and that wasn't right. So please, come home.
But why?
Because even if you don't think you deserve it, I do. So if you won't come back for yourself, come back for me. For us.
So, of course, Basket thinks, like, here, Baggy's talking about, like, us being their friends that Basket claims she's not friends with. And then...
Told you there.
Make Mom and Dad proud.
Ooh, and then you pull the dead mom and dad card. Great job, Baggy, but it works and she comes back home, so screw
it. She's over there! On it!
Ouch! Oh, hi everyone.
Basket!
It's great to see you again too. Hey there, I'm Saki, your sister-in-law, I know.
Fascinating. So, you've been following Baggy this whole time?
Okay, so, I guess I should, like, actually get to the scene first. Actually, you know what? No, I could do it. I could say it now. So yeah, Basket has been following Baggy because she's been in half limbo, so she's been able to view what's going on ever since she went missing in episode 1A. So since 1B, she has been following around Baggy, like, kind of as a ghost. And that's why she was able to talk to him in episode 14, because she was, like, following him around and able to got through to her. And in episode 15, the entire plot of Baggy being devastated that Basket's not there with her, and, like, looking at the seats with name tags with his parents on them and then Basket on them, Basket was probably sitting on that seat watching him get married. She was there for the marriage. Like, they were just not able to see her. And Basket, like, spent this year and a year and a half being all alone, not being able to do anything. So I guess this could also celebrate the year since Basket got... 2 years since Basket got sent to Limbo. Congratulations, Basket. You experienced a death-defying situation. And Basket's entire, like, arc that will be continued in the next season is that she thought that if she never existed, nothing would be different. And then she found out that was true, which is a huge, like, just imagine thinking you're worthless, that you're insignificant, that if you never existed, nothing would matter, and then finding out that were true. That is life-changing, and that's, like, the definition of depression. So that's what she's going through, and that's what she will continue to go through.
Who else was I supposed to stick with? Also, hi, Scribble.
Hey, I just wanted to apologize about back in high school when you told...
Ooh, past. Scribble and Basket have a past together that's briefly covered upon. Will I say what that past is on stream? No. Will it be explored upon in the next BFN season? As always, yes. Spacebar didn't work.
It's fine. I've gained bigger problems since then. Alright, I found the portal statue. Oh, hi.
What's a portal statue?
It's a tiny statue of portal that I put in dimensions whom we have allies in to contact them in need.
So this explains, like, why the Gem Cavern had portal statues, why, like, most other dimensions had portal statue, but Jade is kind of just, like, spewing out bullcrap here, because the NFB dimension, the dimension where no one lived in, where there was just a tree there was a portal statue there. So most likely when Jade meant by allies, like dimensions we have allies in, he just went hopping from every dimension and just, like, threw a portal statue down and then left. That's most likely what he did.
Though, considering you got her back with no problems, I think it's safe to assume that we don't need it.
I wouldn't be too sure of that. Look!
And then this scene here was animated so well by Roxy Inside of a Box. She is credited in the description and in the next episode, this is a very well animated scene. I added the sky color effects and the shaking effects, but and the sound effects, but that just like adds to an already really great scene. You could actually see a behind the scenes of that scene on my second channel.
That's not good.
And then here's actually a fun fact. Basket is shown here, and this scene was actually reused for the thumbnail, but for the thumbnail I cut out Basket because I didn't want it to be fully revealed that Basket would return. Even though the episode was called Basket's Return, I didn't really want to be explicit on how she returned and what she, what the story would be, where she would return to, stuff like that. But she's still there. I just cropped it out. And speaking of the title of the episode, Basket's Return is a reference to episode 10, Director's Revenge. They're both character and then noun or verb. I think it's a verb. Maybe a verb. But that name, that title will be reused again in the next season, with 2 episodes being called Director's Prowess and Basket's Case. So those are 2 BFMN titles leaked for you guys. Is Director's Prowess and Basket's Case, which are going to be referenced to Director's Revenge and Basket's Return.
It gets worse. The Black Orb and Director are here, with an army.
Now might be a good time.
There's actually...
The Black Orb and Director are here, with an army.
There's a whole lot of recommended characters there, and I don't think many people spotted it out, but in the BFN 22 credits, I said recommended characters were back, and no one recommended a character under that video, which is my fault. I should have made it a bit more explicit that we were bringing recommended characters back, because that text had pretty much stayed the same up until I initially got rid of recommended characters. But there are still a lot of recommended characters there, some of which will be debuting in the next season. You got Keyboard there, you have Cookie, that's all I can see, but still, they're there. And these characters are only from Food Plaza, Okakolak Valley, and I think that's it. Because they didn't go to the Homeland Dimension, meaning because unlike other object shows, what I try and do is I try and keep the dimension the recommended characters are from consistent. So if a character showed up in Okakolak Valley, they live in Okakolak Valley and will only appear in Okakolak Valley from then on. And all the debuters, Cookie, Keyboard, I think Volcano's there somewhere, they will mention that they are from Okakolak Valley. So that will still be made consistent throughout the season.
Me.
Now might be a good time to use that tiny portal of yours.
Right. Attention, all allies of Jade Enterprises. The Black Orb has come to the Homeland Dimension. They are a major threat.
Also, this shows that the Director and the Black Orb were willing to kill to get their mission done. So, they came to the Food Plaza, they killed those who they didn't need, and they hypnotized those who they did.
So we need all the help that we can get. If anyone out there can hear me.
And it shows that, Jasper is alive, he's healthy, he's well, he's just not paying attention. What a good brother he is.
Please speak back into the stats.
It's not like it would matter because the portal doesn't work, so he wouldn't be able to come to the dimension. What about Yarny and Dust Bunny? They were in Green Hills and mind controlled. Great memory. Let me show you something. If we quickly jump to episode 15, this scene, we got Picky, we got the ties, and then we have Dust Bunny and Yarny right there. So they were in, and that's not an accident either, they were in Green Hills in episode 4, and now they're in Homeland. Why are they in Homeland now? Find out in BFMN.
I think we might be alone for this one.
Brace yourself, everybody. I fear we are going into a battle.
And then the reveal, this is so loud, and then the reveal of the season finale title. And then this is cool. I like how this sounds. Alright, let's skip to episode 24.
Why just brush to clean?
The actual finale. And then this is the last episode we're gonna cover before we switch to revealing the cast. And then after that, I guess the stream will be over, but I'd love to do something like this again, even if not for Battle for Nothing's birthday. I know I was going to do this on a bigger scale, but I'm already, like, starting to get pretty drained, and even if you would want to see me rant about my process of making Battle for Nothing for the next couple of hours, I would just, like, be completely out of it, and I don't think you would enjoy it that much. So we're gonna look at this episode.
What are we going to do?
I don't know. Alright, everyone. We've lost all contact with other dimensions. An interdimensional god is attacking us, and a Ravina limbo is formed in the ground.
Notice how Basket gets upset when he talks about interdimensional gods.
An interdimensional god is attacking us, and a Ravina limbo is formed in the ground. What do we do? Surrender?
What happened to being the hero?
Shoving a rebel bully into another dimension is one thing, but this dude is a literal god! We couldn't kill him if we tried.
So, this is a good point that Grippy pulls up. Even though Jasper wanted to destroy the entire multiverse, it shows that they didn't perceive him as big as a threat as they do to the Black Orb and the Director. Showing that even though Jasper went as far as to begin summoning the portals, he probably would not follow through with it. Showing that he's not really as villainous as these other villains. Still, that doesn't mean that people can trust him, which is why he's not as trusted. And people still don't trust him, which is why he still stays in the Gem Cavern and doesn't come back to his home dimension.
You're right. See? But that doesn't mean we can't defeat him. How does that work? Just because he can't be killed doesn't mean he can't be banished. The bottom of that ravine is a portal to Limbo.
Meaning we can send him back.
Doing so would also remove whatever spell he has on those innocents. So, all we need is a way to scoop him up and drop him in.
I got it! Does anyone have a helicopter? Why would anyone have a helicopter?
Oh, and then the intro. But that's a good point, Basket. Why would anyone have a helicopter?
Got it. Alright guys, Jade says he needs a helicopter. Does anybody know where we could get one?
Okay, also, I like this. If you haven't noticed, throughout the series, contestants with phones have their phone case look like them. So Clara Knight's phone case has these two things like spikes sticking out of him to reference his spikes sticking out of him.
Needs a helicopter. Does anybody know where we could get one from?
Also, this is the first time we've all used this background has been used. I mainly reuse the TLC backgrounds because it's an enclosed space. But here it says we're all gonna die. Also, Lady is the only one glowing here, which I think is a very cool detail, and you'll see the people around him are glowing more than the others.
Guys? Hey! I know a guy.
Look at that. Finally, after all these years, I can regain control. I've been waiting to get my revenge on that Jade. Soon enough, I will rule the entire multiverse. You mean real rule, right? You really are stupid. I thought you were smart enough to see this coming. What? I don't understand. I'm the most powerful.
Alright, this just shows how, like, naive the director is and how he's really not bad. Of course he's bad, but like some villains in most shows, he's just really misunderstood. Not misunderstood by other people, but he misunderstands himself. Again, something that will be explored more upon in the next BFMN season, but basically, this, like, the instance of what's about to happen with Jade saving him kind of changed his perspective on life, which is what eventually led to him becoming reformed, per se.
Villain in the universe. I don't need a sidekick. But I'm a villain too.
You are nothing. And in this scene, thanks, honey. Where Jade saves his life.
You saved me.
Yeah, I did.
But I've been awful to you. Why?
Because I'm a nice person. It's what nice people do.
Also, Jade kind of, like, gives himself a bit of credit here, like, because I'm a nice person. But in actuality, like, as Scribble says later, it's really because if anyone falls in that ravine, it'll close and they'll lose all hope of getting the Black Orb out of here. So really, Jade's just kind of, like, giving himself more credit than he deserves, when really he just, like, they just gotta stay, no one else can fall in there. But the director still really takes that to heart and perceives future instances of like he too wants to be kind in the future.
So we gotta make sure nobody except for the Black Orb falls into that ravine. Right.
You guys okay in there?
I think I got things under control.
When did you get a pilot's license?
I didn't.
Sorry, I paused it. I think there's an error there where, like, the metal part of the TLC, if you look, it doesn't show up. But yep, they scratch into the TLC.
No, my baby.
Alright guys, we gotta get that orb into that portal. And because you two raided our allied dimensions, we're on our own.
Sorry. Director, did the Black Orb talk about any plan of some sort? Yeah. In the year or so between his return and confronting me, he stood in the shadows of the show and learned about Jade's recovery center. So he planned to destroy it.
This is just exposition.
You have to grab onto portal distracted.
On it!
Dad, I need you to stream all
Also, while I was writing the script, I was reading the script to someone, and Jade, like in the previous episode 22, kind of outbursts. He gets pissed at Baggy, he gets pissed at, like, Grippy and Rubik, and he apologizes to Baggy more toward the end of the episode, but he never thoroughly apologizes to Rubik. And he kinda does that here by calling him Dad, by showing that, no, you are my dad, but that still doesn't really make up for what he said, and again, something that will be explored in the upcoming season.
of this onto me too.
Are you sure this is the right time to...
We are currently witnessing what is going to be one of the most monumental events in history. Do you know how many viewers we get?
Alright. Head towards the TLC. Don't let anyone stand in my way. Not so fast! You may think you've won, but you haven't.
Ooh,
and how
got
could you
sass.
possibly defeat me? I know who you are. Weak, pathetic, a coward. That may be so, but now I know what I need to do. I won't let you take this multiverse away from us.
Also, Flossie begins to push the TLC, and before you see that, like, everyone's pushing against the TLC, it looks like Flossie by himself is just pushing the TLC over.
To do. I won't let you take this multiverse away from us. Come on, contestants.
Let's burn them!
Yeah!
Status update.
Also, this is like an update of what, like, the TLC looks like from the side. You have, like, the dirt pits, the bushes, the, like, hole in the wall over there. That was just, like, shown. You got the metal part, and, like, this took a long time to make, not only for it to be 3D, but make it so, like, everything here makes sense. Also, the waterfall is running, like, downward now.
Let's burn them!
Yeah!
Status update. I am literally, like, about to, like, die. I wonder if there's, like...
Hey, look, it's Ralphie Thomas. I'm not sure if he's still watching the stream, but, basically, I implemented this scene because his favorite character was Pop-Tart, and I thought it would be nice to, like, just implement him in there.
The social, like, media and the, like, afterlife. Good grief. Whoa!
And then he goes, like, attacking Pop-Tart by hugging him, which, again, was intentional, and he's pointed all of this out before. I think it actually shows it on the live replay of this episode. But anyways, continuing.
Thanks.
No problem.
Kyle, watch out!
Hey, what the heck is this thing?
You have a nose.
Court, get this thing off of me.
Sorry, Kyle. We're not on the same team anymore. And no teams means I don't have to put up with your whining. I'll save you, Kyle. Ugh.
Okay. This scene. I'm not gonna point out the scene, I'm just proud of how it's animated.
I'm okay.
Bushy, look out! Hey, Scram!
And then this is very cool. It shows Rubik recording it from the helicopter.
Welcome to Big Fantastic Net.
Anyways, this scene was actually improvised at the last second. While I was animating the video, I implemented the scene because I had just suddenly come up with the idea. And how it's, and it was meant to do a couple of things. One, it's meant to clear up because initially in the episode 8 credits, there was a show introduced called Big Fantastic, or BFN News. And I thought that it wouldn't make sense for Battle for Nothing to have an entire show or entire news channel dedicated to them. So instead, I just pretended like it was a coincidence that there was another thing called Big Fantastic News Network that abbreviated to BFN News that had their completely separate show that acted as Homeland's news channel. As it can show here, Battle on BFN Island, no relation. Jade Enterprises versus Director and Unknown Villain, Black Circle. So this is meant to also show that while the director, like, presumably after he attacked in episode 10, Jade reported him to authorities and he was made known as a threat. However, it was made mention that he is being locked away in the gym cavern. But the Black Orbs is totally new villain now, so...
Network BFN
to
News,
everyone.
I am Ty, and a viral live stream on
Also, in episode 8, there was initially 2 ties, and you could see it here. Blue tie and red tie, they're right here next to each other. And an inside joke I always had with my friends and myself, really, was that, like, blue tie looks like he's complaining, like, his problems, and red tie does not care at all. And what I like to think is that Red Tie and Blue Tie were kind of forced to work together, and, like, Blue Tie thought that him and Red Tie were all buddy-buddy, but Red Tie really wanted nothing to do with him. And Red Tie ended up quitting, which left Blue Tie to carry the show all himself, which is now canon. Like, they originally worked together, Red Tie quit, and now it's just Blue Tie.
The channel of Rubik's Vlogs has just been confirmed to be true. A battle on the BFN Island has broken out between members of Jade Enterprises and an unknown supervillain party led by what some people claim to be a Black Circle.
So this photo is I find very entertaining because it says source CanoBean332, which is Kano's YouTube channel, which is introduced in the beginning of the season. Meaning either this is YouTube or like a social media platform that he has. But basically, it shows here, like, that Kano probably, like, pulled out his phone or his camera, like, at the last second to take a picture of the Black Orb before the Black Orb grabbed his camera. Which I find very entertaining.
Cool. Wielding magical powers, any sign of this person on Homeland should be reported to authorities immediately. Going off of the original Battle for Nothing cast, we can...
Okay, so, they only list the Battle for Nothing cast. The explanation I can give, because this script, the script like that the news station wrote for Blue Tide, was probably only written like a few minutes ago, because this battle on the BFN Island has just started like an hour or two ago, and they had to get it out. So instead of listing every single contestant that they see on the island, they probably just like quickly pulled up online the list of the Battle for Nothing cast from the first season and checked to see which contestants are there. So that's why they list Baggy, Lighty, Palma, Pizza, iPod, Grippy, Portal, Saki, and Sticky, but not, and Scribble, but not Sticky, because Sticky is still in the TLC. He cannot move, so they would not be able to tell if he were alive or not.
Confirm that the contestant's Pizza.
And then, of course, we realize that Pizza's parents are revealed. Their names are Crust and Cecile, short for Sicilian. And they run a pizza shop, showing that cannibalism in this universe isn't necessarily illegal or frowned upon. Some objects just have, like, different opinions on it, and some prefer it, and others dislike it.
iPod.
Oh, and then those are iPod's parents, and from this window we can see that in the Homeland Island 2, that the sky is red as well, and not only on the BFN Island, meaning the sky turned red, and they all got freaked out, and they were, like, concerned, so they went to YouTube, and they found Rubik streaming, and they confirmed it with authorities to show that it was true, and blah, 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 blah. Also, this here is meant to signify that this episode is still taking place on December 29th. Also, Skull and Sword are here, which shows that, and Pirate Hat is too, which shows that after BFN 21, of Pirate Hat going on her adventure with iPod, she probably came back to see her husband.
Palma,
and then we saw Palma's parents.
iPod, Palma.
And again, the sky is red, and it shows them working on another redstone heart. Why are they making another redstone heart? Are they making another Palma? I don't know. Wait until the next BFMN season. But anyways, also their lab is a bit green now, showing that maybe too many experiments went wrong. And then we get the reveal of Scribble's parents too. It appears that Pinky is friends with Scribble's parents, and therefore she has come to their house to comfort them about seeing the return of their son. So they say
Scribble,
and then they say Grippy and Scribble, and then they say
Saki, Lighty, and Baggy are...
They say Saki, Lighty, and Baggy. So while everyone's name was called over their parents appearing on the screen, Saki, Baggy, all of Saki, Baggy, and Lighty's names were called over Mr. and Mrs. Sock. And while Baggy, that's for obvious reasons, his parents are deceased, and therefore Mr. and Mrs. Sock are the closest thing he has for parents. But Lighty, his parents have never been mentioned in the series up until this point, and we've never heard anything about him for him, or just like really we've heard nothing in general. And that is for a specific reason. And why did I reveal Scribble and Pizza's parents for the first time when I could have revealed Lighty's parents all the same unless I had a reason? I've revealed this on my Discord, so I'm not sure why I'm like setting up the suspense too much. But again, something that will be covered in Battle for More Nothing. Why is Lighty's name called over Mr. and Mrs. Sock? Why aren't his parents revealed?
Present on the island. We will return soon.
And then we get some recommended characters here. We have Fridge and Freezer, which were cut characters from the upcoming Battle for More Nothing season. We have Dust Bunny and Yarny, which are upcoming characters. And then we have Reverse Pencil, which was the character that Keycard replaced.
With more details.
Ha! You idiot! Also, another thing I want to point out that yes, Dust Bunny and Yarny again are on the Homeland Island, and we've only ever seen the two of them in Reverse Pencil on the streets. Is there a reason for that? Maybe. Why would I point it out otherwise? Anyways.
Soon with more details.
Ha! You idiot! As long as Flowey's still here, he can just reload the TLC.
Maybe you shouldn't.
Flow!
And then that's the death. So many people actually point out that Pot is never shown being recovered, but if you look later in the episode, you can see her standing with the rest of the group. So she is not dead. Flowey is the only one who like permanently died, and he reloaded and entered a new timeline.
Portal? Portal! Hardy?
And then this is the scene where the director saves Jade's life, and then Jade like looks at the director knowingly, showing that Jade is willing to give him a second shot now, showing that, alright, he's not bad. He's got some good to him.
Portal! Hardy?
What happened? The helicopter's electricity input was damaged. We need some other way to power it.
Scribble, do you still have that taser I gave you?
Never let go of it.
Baggy, catch!
From Jade? Jade.
I'm dyslexic, okay? Just hotwire the darn helicopter.
Alrighty. All systems are back up and running.
So that's the reveal of Jade being dyslexic, and I love that irony. That Jade, being the smartest person in the Homeland dimension, he's created teleportation, recovery, AI robots, and access to the multiverse, and after all is said and done, he can't even spell panty correctly. If you looked back in episode 22, this was teased. He spelled panty, P-A-N-Y, with the N backwards. So, yes, Jade has dyslexia, and it's very severe dyslexia at that. So...
Baggy, there's been something on my mind today.
What's up?
Well, because everything that's happened today, I guess it's become obsolete. But the battle is still on. We still have to fight.
This is the scene that pissed many people off with Baggy and Saki tying. At least Alright, this ad's playing now. At least I think it pissed people off. Because, I know that Baggy and Saki winning was extremely forced, but trust me, it's necessary for setting up the Battle for More Nothing season. If you have a favorite character, if your favorite character is not Baggy or Saki, trust me, Baggy or Saki winning this season will increase the chances of your character winning the next season. So, let's continue.
Happier splitting the nothing with you rather than both going home with nothing.
Thanks. Speaking of grippy, look!
Oh, and then we have this scene. Again, this scene is animated.
No one has to get hurt here.
By Roxy in a box. And when this scene originally was like being premiered, everyone went crazy at how smooth it was.
See straight through you, grippy.
I added the sound effects, of course, and I did a bit of tweaking, but the animation itself was done by her.
Scared. A coward. Just about what I expected. That one eye isn't doing you any favors. How about I stab your last one out? Grippy, heads up!
Oof. And the Black Horse in shock because he's never been, and no damage has ever been dealt to him ever before. And the reason it's being dealt to him now is because he is made out of the same thing of the hand or the claw, which is dark matter. I guess I should point that out.
We're done here.
Whoa!
And then he stabs the recovery center. Showing that, so this shows that that he still did, succeeded in part of his task of destroying the recovery center.
What the? Ah!
Baggy, turn it around!
On it!
And then the helicopter does a 360.
Let go of me, you mortal!
No! I've disobeyed Jade once before. I'm not gonna make that same mistake again.
That ignorance will be your downfall.
Portal! And then he just straight up stabs Scribble's hand off, which is just floating with them now.
Portal! I'm so happy you're back. It's been forever.
Let go.
Huh?
The black orb isn't letting go of me, and I don't have
And then he
a soul.
dies. And then he just straight up dies.
Together, there's no chance he can come back.
But you'll die permanently. I can't lose you. Not again.
Hattie.
You're my best friend. My only friend. When I found out what you did to protect all of us, I was filled with guilt.
It's okay.
No! I told you our friendship was a lie, and that wasn't right. Please, give me a chance to make it up to you.
This is your chance. Let go.
But...
Please.
And then she lets go. Wee! Wee! Making light out of a garbage situation. So as the question was asked earlier, yeah, he's dead. He's not in limbo. He's just dead, and then his body gets crushed by this.
So that's it? Invasion over? We really gotta get off this island.
Definitely.
Count us in. I'm with these guys on this one. Bahamas Dimension, here I come.
Wow.
Director, wait!
I guess I should
And
have
then
seen this
Scribble gives
coming.
himself a new...
I'm ready to go back to the...
Don't let go, Jack. I'm sorry. That's funny. Alright.
Gem Cavern.
Good. I'll tell Jasper to clear out a room in the castle.
What?
Well, I was thinking, maybe sending you to the mines wasn't the best idea. I've learned from personal experience that...
Of course, Jade reflects, and the director does that cute thing, which kind of makes him look like a skeleton.
Right, the show. Baggy and Saki, mind if we push the finale back a few more weeks? It's gonna take a while to repair the island.
No need, Jade. We think we've come up with a better idea.
Oh? We've decided to tie. Excuse me, what?
I mean,
Notice how Jade is kind of like caught off guard here. Like, it's literally been a year and a half of battling, and now the two finalists are like, yeah, we're gonna tie, and Jade's like, well, he says it in like the upcoming lines, but like, no epic finale? Come on, dude, you're making me lose the views.
we're married. We don't really want to fight each other.
Besides, this way you could get the show over faster, just like you wanted. But the betrayal, the bloodshed, the... Alright. Contestants, the winner of the battle have been decided. Introducing your first placers, Baggy and Saki. Yeah!
And just like all of you, no one is excited. You think... Okay, you guys think that I don't know that you're not that big of a fan of Baggy and Saki. I know they're not the most liked characters. I know people think they're overrated. I know people think that they're overused. But I'm just telling you, I'm telling you right now, that, like the character said, they were the most deserving to win, and their win was necessary for the show to go in the best direction. I'm saying that all right now. Continuing on.
Ah, woohoo! Just me? Okay. Way to go, guys.
Lady!
Hey, I told you you'd see me again.
Also, here's something very quickly. So episode 22 released December 29th, and the finale aired 2 months later, February 20th. So because of this, while we haven't seen Baggy, Lady, and Saki together for 2 months, in universe, Lady got eliminated like a few hours ago. Like, he got eliminated 4 hours ago, and they're seeing each other like 4 hours. Like, it was eliminated for no time at all. It's kind of funny, actually.
And now, what you've all been waiting for. The prize of Battle for Nothing.
Oh, let me guess. Is it nothing?
Yeah, good job, guys.
For over a year and a half of battling, this is a pretty anticlimactic ending.
Look at it this way. If it weren't for this season, the three of us would be nowhere near as close as we are now. Especially you two. And Baggy finally won his much-deserved first place. Hooray! You still wishing you hadn't participated?
And then Lady does a Tom and reaches his hand across the screen and throws it inside a basket.
In the end, the show was never about the prize. Heck, the eliminated contestants got sent to an indoor paradise with all of their friends. At the end of the day...
Yeah, that's always a part that I was trying to convey in Battle for Nothing. When you voted when you voted someone to get eliminated, you were voting them to go inside of an indoor paradise with all of their friends. It's not like they were losing anything. It's not like as cynical as the real TLC from BFDI. They're still with their friends. They still have their cellular devices. They're like any possessions they may have had, they still have all of those on them. And they said in episode 16 that, like, Chlorinate holds a buffet every other day by the waterfall. Like, and then if your favorite character that you want to stay in the game continues to go through treacherous challenges just to ultimately win nothing. And that's a really good point that I was, like, trying to hone in at the end, that the show isn't about the prize. As Basket puts it, it's the friends that they made along the way, which is a very overused line, but it fits here. That doesn't matter. It doesn't really matter that the prize is nothing. And it doesn't really matter that, like, at the end of the day, that really they didn't gain anything, because they might have not gained anything physically, but sure as hell, without the participation of the season, Baggy and Saki, as Lighty puts it, Baggy and Saki wouldn't be married, Baggy and Saki wouldn't be as good as friends, and Baggy and Saki eventually probably wouldn't have, like, yeah, Nick's right, unless you're Cigar, and then eventually Baggy and Saki wouldn't have a child. All of that is from the Battle for Nothing season, and even though they won nothing, they got something out of it. So it's not about the prize being nothing.
Day, all that really matters is that we're all still here, together.
So you're saying
Except Portal.
real prize was the friends we made along the way?
Yeah, I guess I am. You know, I could really go for a smoothie right now. How about you guys?
Absolutely.
Like how Basket says absolutely, because she literally has not eaten or drank anything in 1.5 years.
Hey Jade, now that the show is over, are we allowed to go back to Homeland?
I guess so, unless you want to renew your contracts. Another 5 years of free food and rent. You know, despite performing the worst overall out of everyone here, I am extremely compelled to participate again.
Yeah! So this scene is very important. When you might notice how high Icicle is jumping up. This is a very funny story. She's jumping up this high because when I originally animated this scene, I forgot to make Icicle jump. And I only wanted to make the people that did not participate in the next season, I wanted to make the people that not jump not participate in the next season. So you could see the characters that have not jumped.
Everyone here, I am extremely compelled to participate again.
Yeah. All the characters here, unfortunately, did not jump, so I'm confirming it right now. Maggie, Spoon, Soda, Coke, and Grippy will not be participating in the next season. So if you're a fan of any of those characters, I am very sorry, but I'm not that sorry. But anyways, I originally had Icicle not jump, but I wanted her to participate. I really wanted her to participate in the next season. Not really wanted her to, but I was planning on her participating. So, not to confuse people and think that she won't be participating, I made her jump extra high so people knew she was in the game.
Yeah. Hey, just quickly, I never got a chance to apologize for earlier today, and you deserve the win more than anyone.
Don't sweat it, and thanks. Catch you later, Jade.
See ya, Bagster. So, Baggy and I ended up tying
This
for
is
first
very
place. Sure, I don't think I deserve
I'm
it.
saying that
Probably never
because
will.
I think it's
But
funny.
what's important is that, really, we all made it out alive. Together. Most of us, at least.
iPod just kicks over Cheez-It because he's a jerk. But yeah, as you can see on the left, Pot is alive. She got recovered. She survived. Flowey is dead, though.
Well, you know what happened next. Baggy and Jade made a serum that turned the potties back into panties.
I thought I should mention quickly that no potty wanted to, or no panty wanted to be a potty. They all enjoyed being panties. And that's why they're all so enthusiastic after turning back into panties. The only potty that wanted to be a potty was the King Potty, which is why they did not transform him back, but instead just arrested him.
King Potty was put in prison for kidnapping and experimenting on unwilling live subjects. Jade used Cracked Portal to open up air portals
see
in
here
every
that-
dimension, making him
You can see that all of the contestants from the Food Plaza, or the people from the Food Plaza, have returned to the Food Plaza. So.
extremely wealthy. He established Nothing Town on the BFN island due to it becoming a tourist
I wanna make it
wealthy. He established
I just quickly want to make it canon right now that Grippy is on the phone looking at tickets to Jamaica. So I'm just saying that right now. He is doing that.
Nothing Town on the BFN island
Or not Jamaica, the Bahamas dimension, sorry.
due to it becoming a tourist attraction, and the majority of contestants renewed their contracts for a third season.
So, and yes, this did confirm that there would be another season, and Fry is carrying the bags to the BFF's room, showing that the cigar probably stayed with Corey in like the BFF's room because he didn't have a team room to stay in. He just stayed in the TLC. And Xbox is pissed off at Cigar, showing that he probably like no longer agrees with his tactics despite trying to please him in the beginning of the season.
Who am I kidding? You probably don't remember this. You are a baby after all.
And that's the reveal of their child. Yes, Saki and Baggy had a child. Her name is Willie, and she is a girl. A lot of people said that she was a boy. She is not. She is a daughter. She is a daughter. She is their daughter.
Saki, you coming?
Yeah, I'm on my way. Come on, Wooly.
What?
You guys ready?
I think so.
Alright.
You can actually see a couple of things. The flower from episode 15 is there. Their wedding rings are there as well, and their wedding pictures there too.
Let's do this.
And then the changing of the logo. And then this is the credits. How the heck are sock babies made? I have actually worked out how like babies are born in the Battle for Nothing universe, but I will not say it because it does not need to be said as long as I myself know that people can be born. And then that's supposed to fully confirm that there will be another season. So, Jade, you could actually see Jade pass out at the table here, because remember, he hasn't gotten a good night's sleep for me. Oh, that's how sock babies are made. True. So Jade is sleeping, because originally the after credit scene was just going to be Jade, like, lying down and sleeping. But I changed it to this, where they're all, like, hanging out together. Because this is, like, the original cast. Saki, Baggy, Lady, Scribble, Grippy, Jade. If you remember from episode 19, they all hung out with each other in high school. But, they, like, Scribble has been in another dimension, and they all haven't really gotten to hang out in so long. So they all got smoothies together. And then that's the after credits scene.
Oh, you were that bookmark dork.
No!
And then that's it. That's it.
Bookmark.
That's, Flowey restores his save file.
Oh, you were that bookmark dork.
No!
And that's, I'm not watching IDFB5, but that's all. That's everything that BFN has to offer. Now, if you guys give me a quick sec, what I want to do, I'm going to turn up the music a bit. I just want to confirm that there's, like, nothing here. Alright. So, if we check. Here we go. Alright, here's my background. Alright, we have an auditions folder over here. So, now what I want to do is I want to end the stream, to end off this 4-hour long stream, want to go through some of the auditions I want to go through some of the auditions that were submitted to me. I'm going to skip Sam's auditions. She asked me if I could skip them, and I respect her wish, so I will not be going over hers, but everyone else on this page I will be going over. So I'm going to start off in order of submission. So the first one submitted to me was this one. It was someone called Holly auditioning for Cookie. And it's very quick.
But what about me?
There's all the BFN auditions there. I mean, not auditions. There's all the BFN soundtracks. And I'm a fan of the voice, but Sam actually did audition for Cookie, and I really, really liked her audition. So I really want her to voice Cookie, but Holly, if you're watching this, and I will reach out to you, if I ever have another character, you are on board. I want to get you in to voice another character, but just the Cookie role is filled up. So thank you. Let us move on. After that, I'm pretty sure Variety came in and auditioned for Googly Eye and Top Hat. I want to go over Top Hat's first because I want to just listen to this.
My name is Variety is Cool, and I am auditioning to play the part of Top Hat. Stop posting about Among Us. I'm tired of seeing it.
Does
My friends
memes,
on TikTok send
but
me.
I love the audition so much. I think it's great. So, Variety, you got it. I want you to get in for Top Hat. I'm gonna message you later. I want to message you later. He also auditioned for Googly Eye.
My name is Variety. Who do you think I am? I am the great.
And I like the Googly Eye audition. I like the Googly Eye audition too, but maybe with some. Alright. I might get him on board for Googly Eye, but I'm thinking that I'm gonna get someone else to do it. But if it comes to it, then with a bit of direction, Variety, you can do Googly Eye. But as of now, I think you're just good for Top Hat, which isn't to say your Googly Eye audition is bad. I really like your Top Hat audition, and I wanna stick to that for now. So a definite on the Top Hat and maybe on the Googly Eye. Moving on, I think next up was Emerald, who I know is watching the stream. So you can say now if you don't want me to play it, but I know it's delayed, so I'm gonna act like you haven't sent anything and play it anyways.
Crikey, Australia, yeah.
I've listened to
my
all
name
of these
is Yellow
already, and
Emerald,
I've
and
kind
I'm going
of
to be
already
auditioning for Picky.
I've kind of
the
already
best character.
declared my opinion of who I want to voice what. And I do want Emerald to voice Picky. So
During the show, even though I don't. So crikey, I got my Australian accent ready. Now let's read out some quotes.
The thing I like about Emerald's audition is because he has an object show of his own, and I know he's good at voice acting. What he does is he does lines that fit the character's personality, in which I described. And Piggy's the one I described the personality most of to a degree, but he says lines that the character would say, which gets me a better idea of if he would fit with this character, and I think he does, which is why I'm gonna.
Now, my boy Cody from Total Drama.
Oh, yeah, I want to.
Dude, psyched to be here. See, the ladies have already arrived, yeah.
I want to get him on board for Picky. Oh, what did I do? I did a thing. Wait, give me a sec. Alright, cool. Anyways, after that, we did Variety. I think next was Helion, or, so, first, I'm gonna play his Top Hat one first. So, or not, it's not Helion, it's, Helion, that's what it is, sorry. So Helion auditioned for Top Hat first, and I want to read that.
Hey there, my name is Helion123, and I'll be auditioning for Top Hat. Just kill a woman. Feeling good.
And, he approaches...
You just insulted my entire race of people.
He approaches, Top Hat very differently than Variety did, and I like it, but I don't think it really fit Top Hat's character. However, I still thought that he was a very good voice actor, so I asked if he could shoot me, an audition for Keycard, and he did that, and this is what it popped
Hey there.
out as.
My name is Helion123, and I'm gonna be auditioning for Keycard. Fool me once, I'm gonna kill you.
And I really like how he delivered Keycard's lines, and he told me in Discord that he wasn't like as proud of them as his Top Hat one, but I thought that it was very good. So that's why Helion, I want to get you on board for voicing Keycard. So I'll message you about that later. I think we got 2 more Keycards, and then Ruby plays for Dust Bunny, and I know she was watching the stream earlier, and I'm not sure she's still on board. But I'm gonna do Ruby Plays is next. And I like the voice. I'm gonna play it first.
Hello, my name is BFB Plays, and today I'm going to be voice acting Dust Bunny. Next time, try and take the elevator.
So, I like the voice. I don't think it fits Dust Bunny that well, though. I could tell that, like, I'm not sure if she is British, but she is her voice sounds British. And I'm not sure if I really want Dust Bunny to have a British voice, but if I ever introduce a female British character, I think that she would really be able to fill that role in. So, I'm sorry, maybe not right now, but again, you're still on board for voice acting, and I will reach out to you in the future if I ever have a future character like a villain or a family member. Now we have Coca-Cola Can and Non-Tensity. I'm going to play Non-Tensities first. They're both voicing for Keycard, so...
I'm auditioning for Reverse Pencil.
Or, Reverse Pencil. We call them Reverse Pencil, but Reverse Pencil and Keycard are the same person, so...
Look, I'm a pencil. I'm a reverse pencil. Wow, look at me. Wow, I'm having so much fun. I'm a reverse pencil. Hey.
I think it's more of a joke audition than anything, but if it's not, I still really enjoy it, and I like the voice, but I really like Helion for Keycard, so I'm gonna get him on board for Keycard, but I think I still want Non-Tensity if you're watching this, and I'll reach out to you too, if I ever need another character. I like your voice, I think you're a good voice actor, but just maybe not for Keycard. Then finally we got Coca-Cola, or Cola Can, which unfortunately his audio cuts out a few seconds in.
Hello there, my name is Keycard. I'm male, and you basically know.
And then it cuts out for the remainder of the minute. I'm not sure what really happened there, and I played it over a couple times on a couple different devices, so I don't think it's me. But Cola Can, if you want to shoot another audition of me, if you're watching this, maybe not for Keycard, but for another character, yeah, that would be great. I'd love to hear your voice. So that's pretty much the setup. So I'm just gonna very quickly go over who I've decided for the auditioning. So first of all, I want Picky to be voiced by Emerald. I want Helion for Keycard. I want Variety for Top Hat and potentially Googly Eye. And then Sam, I want you I know I didn't play your lines, but I have listened to them and I really enjoyed them. I want you for Cookie and Laptop, and then instead of Dust Bunny, I really want you to use the same voice for Yarny. So, with that done, that's pretty much auditions done. I'll still be accepting auditions, but the majority of the cast has already concretely been decided. So you can still submit auditions, but you probably won't get any of the main cast of characters. That doesn't mean that you're completely out, though. That just means that you can return in the future. So don't let, and also, if you didn't get in, don't let that discourage you from voice acting altogether. That's just, maybe the character just didn't fit your voice. That doesn't mean that no character will. It just means that, as of right now, that character fits another voice better. I think that's the best way to put it. I apologize to everyone who didn't get in, but again, that doesn't mean you're off the team. I'll be reaching out to everyone that did and didn't get in, describing more details. Everyone check, I'm pretty sure everyone that did get in submitted it to me via Discord. So please, if you're watching this, check your Discord. I will be inviting you to a server, and I want to get into a Discord call with all of you to further work out details of the upcoming season, and, better, talk about the direction I want to go in with your individual characters, their plot significance, and their role to the story. But, other than that, that's the stream, guys. I'm sorry that I cut it short a little bit. I know I said this was going to be I know I said I was going to push the stream for a bit longer, but I'm happy of everything that we did get done. And, I'm even more happy that I was able to celebrate Battle for Nothing's second birthday. Again, as I said at the beginning of the stream, I apologize for initially canceling it. I had a lot going then, and I just had an extreme loss of motivation to work on it. But that motivation's back, and you guys are going to get to see the Battle for More Nothing season better than you were initially going to get it as. So, with all of that being said, thank you all for stopping by. I hope you have a wonderful day, and I will see you all later.